Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. Hope everybody's doing great. Uh, for those who follow here on YouTube, those who follow Spiritual Encrypted Encounters on Facebook, and those who follow my showreel TikToks under ApeCS895. I hope that everybody is having a good morning. Here's something, cousin. Like a
I got
like a.
it.
Oh, okay. I'll go to here
Better?
before it just yeah. Let me open up the comments. See who views, who doesn't view. It's like I think I'm just gonna leave my hat off. I got my military hat. I don't know what you leave it on or off. Who's here? Who's not here? Uh,
Hi, Ivy. Prima.
how you doing, Sister Ivy? How you doing this evening? Gonna be doing great. Yeah, I was thinking about making a change on the group, but I'm just gonna leave it like that. I don't care. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna stick to what I got it named as Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. I'm gonna keep it that way in spite of how many people are playing games and with one another. Whatever the purpose they do it for. Is it for viewership or I don't know why the hell they be doing that kind of stuff, but I've been a solo kind of guy for a very long time. When I had Positive Spiritualist, I was solo. When I created this a group, Spiritual Encrypted Encounters, I created by myself. It's been solo. I see all the BS that's happening. I just don't like games. I like doing my works uh, here on Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. And the title said, "Never Give Up." The reason I say "Never Give Up," I think I'm gonna go without my hat today, even though I got it right here. I'm gonna go without my hat. Probably play this around my neck here for tonight's episode of Spiritual Encrypted Encounters.
All right, man. I'll be right back.
All right. Hope everybody's doing good this evening. Uh, yeah, I see a lot of things, man, and throughout the years that I've been doing this, I've seen people, even when I was in other sites, where people invite me to go to the sites and then they just target me because of bringing the spiritual aspect, and I believe in Jesus Christ. So they kind of alienate me. Not that I believe in aliens, but that's what they do because I don't fit the mold of what they're trying to do. Doesn't matter if it's paranormal, doesn't matter if it's cryptid or any kind of sites. It's like they got their own agenda, and it's kind of like if I don't fit the mold of what they're trying to accomplish, trying to do, well, then they target me. I believe a lot of this groups have people that work for them that are they're trolls. I think some of these things that happen where people are arguing amongst each other. I believe that's done intentionally. Honestly, that's what I see. Because that's I guess that's part of the game how somebody can grow, right? And it's like everybody's trying to be greater than somebody. Whatever they're trying to accomplish or trying to do, but in all actuality, to me, it's not about that. When I created the site, I created it as it was originally, if you see, it's called Spiritual Encrypted slash Positive Spiritualist because Positive Spiritualist was my original uh, group. And got targeted by a lot of people there that they were hating me bringing the spiritual aspect into the cryptic community paranormal community. They deleted my they targeted me so bad that my original Facebook account got permanently deleted because everything I would put they would report. So I got attacked, pretty harshly. But I said to myself, I can't give up. I got to do what I set myself to do, which I created spiritual encrypted encounters. The reason I created spiritual encrypted encounters is as you all see all these trolls, they're still doing the same thing they were doing before. They're not going to stop me from doing what I'm going to do or what I'm going to say. Nobody governs of what I say. If I say something, it's because I, Abe C, as I'm saying it, not because anybody else is pulling the strings on me. I'm saying it because I'm saying it. I'm my own person. If people want to associate with me, it's fine. If they don't, that's fine too. It doesn't bother me. I just move on forward to try and awaken my brother and sister spiritually. If you only knew all the things that I have endured throughout my life, I'm more sure everybody has gone through something through their life, but not what I've been through. I don't think so. And maybe there might be somebody else, but they might be on the opposite side of the balance because not everybody gets to escape from seeds that are being planted. That it makes their heart black. Me, I always had love in my heart in spite of whatever was happening to me. I continue to push on forward with the little bit of a lot love I had because I was treading amongst sharks, right? No difference that here in this community, there's a lot of sharks, a lot of liars, a lot of people that are really affiliated with each other, and they're playing that they're enemies, but they're really not. I've seen this, I noticed this. Uh,
Evening,
it's kind of like there was side on one side, next thing you're with the other side, and just jumping back and forth like a freaking flea, checking back and forth. To me, I'm just trying to do my works. I'm here in spiritual encrypted encounters. Just because I don't see the same things that they see doesn't make me a bad person. I'm just trying to stay on the right path. And but being on the right path with Jesus Christ, you see all the bullshit. Excuse my language. You see all the bullshit around you when you're trading through whatever things that people want to think that they are. You trading through the bullshit because that's what they are. They're fallen. All things are fallen. They will never make it into the kingdom of heaven. But we are special because we are children of God and we can make it into the kingdom of heaven. This I created this group for those that are going through something, that want to learn spiritually, they need spiritual help through prayer. But all these jokers, they come here in a negative way, you know, they're going to be that way because they don't see it that way. They're just living life, and they think that all the money in the world is going to get them somewhere, and it's not. Uh, You're going to be able to pay your way into the kingdom of heaven. That's got to be by your works of what you do, and the more you lure yourself away from Jesus Christ, that it's going to be that much harder for you to ascend into the kingdom of heaven. When you start messing with all these other things, dabbling in all the things, it's going to be that harder for you to make it into the kingdom of heaven, because that's what the unseen enemy, the DDM, wants, and he already got you where it wants you. Look at all the trolls that come up here every evening because they're affiliated with individuals that dislike me. And there's no way there's going to be that many trolls just because it's spiritual encrypted encounters. No, because it's doing it intentionally. I've been knowing this. It's just like I'm a good guy. My cousin knows I'm a good guy with a good heart. We're not associated with people that want to associate with me. I can be a good friend. Uh, I can be a good friend to anybody, but it's like I just don't like. I've lost so much things in my life that I don't like to dwell in the negativity because that's just setting yourself up for failure when you dabble like that.
hi Alfred, Caligro. How you doing?
How you doing, Cully girl? Yeah, I mean, I understand that not everybody thinks the same as I do. Uh, but I've been through the experiences, man. When you've been through it and you know what it's about because you faced the the unseen forces face to face, I know what it's about. It's about our souls, man. Uh, I'll take you to the story of what happened to me, and I'll share this started off tonight. Why I'm saying what I'm saying, and this is what people don't want to bring. They don't want me to. They dislike me in the cryptic community and in the whatever kind of community because I bring the spiritual truth. I'll start it off like this, and I've said this story before. I'm going to say it again. Uh, it was a midnight mass. In Spanish, it's called Misa de Gallo, midnight mass. And, I took in a shower. It was kind of cold outside. We're at the Lady of Guadalupe church, and the priest come with a what is it that he burns, cousin? It's an incense,
Incense.
or
Incense.
he's burning that incense, and he had a nasty smell to it, right? So when he passes by me, I'm kneeling down, but it's like the smoke got to me, and I feel something in my stomach, a pain in my stomach, in my gut, and it was like right here. I didn't know what was going on. No, I was on my knees. And next thing you know, I don't remember nothing. Uh, when I came to, they got me up in the air outside of the church. There's like six guys holding me up in the air, and I start freaking out, because I wake up being elevated in the air and I start kicking. I start kicking, and they're like putting anointing oil and olive oil on my forehead, and they're saying that I was being demonized and all that. But at the same time, I had a big ass knot on my back of my head where I guess I passed out from the smell of the smoke, and I hit the back of my head with on the bench. Maybe that's why I still hurt from my neck till this day. Um, I got knocked out. I had a big old bump on the back of my head. So after a while, I go back inside. They take me inside of the church, and everybody's looking at me freaked out, and all the people are looking at me like they're, like I was being demonized or something, right? So I'm in there, and I'm still feeling dizzy because, and I feel dizzy because of the blow to the head, and I'm still feeling kind of nauseated. So my mom said, "Okay, go outside." The Our Lady of Guadalupe had those openings on the side of the church where you could just step out. So I stepped out, and she said, "Sit right there." But she's telling me, just pointing me because she's inside the church and just telling me to get there and get some air. So I'm there sitting down. I'm sitting outside. I'm standing outside, and I'm getting some air, breathing in and out, trying to relax. Because I still feel my eyes are a little bit blurry from the blow to the head. And as I'm outside, there's a tree behind in front of the parish hall, which probably from there to that location is probably like a good, oh man, what's it, like 60, 70 feet, 80 feet away from the church. Behind the tree, I hear somebody yell, and they're waving at me. I just see like a shadow behind the tree, calling me, to go over there. And it's like I'm just looking at it, and I look at my mom. I see all my mom, my brothers, sisters, and my dad sitting on the bench. Then I look back, and it yells me it again, and it's waving at me to go over there to where it's at or whatever. But it's like I don't know who it is, so I stayed there, because my mom, cousin, if you disobey an order,
Oh yeah.
that's a whooping.
Mm-hmm. Moms didn't play.
So I had to be obedient, or else I know that if I didn't listen, it's a whooping. Even though I had a bump on the back of my head, she was still going to discipline me for being disobedient. So next thing you know, I see the shadow walking on the grass, and he comes down the sidewalk. And there used to be a building by the church, but it was knocked down, so it was only a cement. Uh, the bottom, there's just a cement block where I guess it was like a floor where the building used
Uh,
to be,
you mean like a cement slab?
like a cement slab. So the sidewalk is right beside that cement slab, and it's coming, walking down the sidewalk, and I'm just looking at my mom, and it's coming, and he stands right there by the edge of the church. That's when I noticed something. When I noticed it wasn't a person, it was just a dark shadow figure. And this is what he told me. He told me, "Don't believe on what the man up there is saying, and don't believe what's up on the wall." And I was just looking at my mom, but my mom was too busy listening to the sermon, right? So then he tells me uh, that he's my friend, and I'm like, "This is not a person. It's just a dark shadow figure." So to me, that's demonic. My grandmother, great great grandmother, and the curandera had already taught me about these things, so I knew I was dealing with something evil. You know, at the same time, because I was dizzy, my senses really didn't get triggered because I was in a little bit of a daze, right? So he's looking at me, and then he says, "Come with me. I'll take you to where I live. So I'll show you where I live. I'm your friend. Come with me." And I said, "No." I said, "I believe in Jesus Christ." I told him that, and when I said that, my mom said, "¿Con qué estás hablando?" My mom, my mom, because "Con qué estás hablando?" Like, who are you talking to? And I went like this, but when I went like this, it wasn't on the sidewalk no more. But she did see it going behind the tree, and she's yelling at it like, "Come here! Why are you talking to my son?" She grabbed me by the arm. "Let's go over there." She's pissed off. My mom didn't play around. We went walking down the sidewalk. And said, "I know you're behind that tree." I said, "You better come out. I want to find out why you're talking to my son." So she was real overprotective, and that's how our parents work as kind of overprotective,
Very overprotective.
and she's staring, "Wait right here, mijo." She's like, "Come from behind the tree." She went around the tree, but there was nobody there, right? She said, "Come here." Grabbed me by the hand. "Let's go look at." We started walking around the parish hall. I said, "Mom, there's nobody there, Mom. It's not here no more." And we went on the parish hall. She was looking in the trash, in the barrels with the trash, and she was looking behind the air conditioning units and all. We walked the whole block. Didn't see nothing. So when we went back to the spot where I was standing, she said, "Ay Maria Purísima," which means Holy Mary, Mother of God. Then she knew that it was something demonic, and I kept on telling her, "Mom, it's not a person, Mom." I kept on. It wasn't a person. It's a shadow. I was telling her. I said, "No, no, no. I seen it. No, it's a person." I said, "No, Mom." I was trying to warn her that it was something evil. But we were limited to say only a certain amount of things, because we're kids and we're not supposed to know in the spirit, and they're the adults, and they're the one that's supposed to have the wisdom and knowledge, right? Uh, but in that sort of way, man, I see a lot of people here, like that think that they know everything, and they're falsifying themselves because they really don't know everything, especially if they're wishing bad upon people, right? Wishing bad upon people uh, through scripture. That's not good. That's not what Jesus Christ is about. He's about forgiveness and love. That's what he's about. But I wanted to share that with y'all, my brothers and sisters. That's something I'll never forget. And the reason I'm sharing this because I believe in this manner, in this form, many children have been taken by those agents of evil or shadow figures, or you want to call them demons, that they've been deceived like that. They see this dark shadow figure, maybe because I can see the through nature that if it was manifested to look like someone, I seen right through it. You see, I knew what it was about. So I believe that many people have been deceived in this nature. They're not here no more, and there's people being deceived that are old right now, And you know what I'm talking about. The people that target me here in spiritual encrypted encounters is always talking mess about because I serve in the military, and they try to talk to me and to everybody else like I'll say it bluntly, like their shit don't stink. I'm being truthful. I know what exists in the spiritual aspect of things because I've dealt with it, I've experienced it, and I fight it spiritually. That's what this group is about: spiritual encrypted encounters. Uh, just remember this: whatever is fallen, the one third that fell with Lucifer, and anything else that's here in the center Earth or any other kind of freaking how should I say it, observations that people want to make about aliens and all that crap. Those are the fallen right there. They will never make it into the kingdom of heaven. We have the opportunity to make it into the kingdom of heaven because we are chosen ones. We are God's children. What's fallen is fallen. It will never make it into the kingdom of heaven. I'm not going to discredit that those things don't exist. Anything that anybody is saying, I'm more sure people are seeing things because the veil is being lifted, right? But I believe those things are in spirit. They're not of the flesh, they're in spirit, demonic spirits. So for anybody that's giving belief into any of these things, you're setting yourself up for failure because what you're supposed to believe in is Jesus Christ. I can say many names about a lot of things, but what is fallen is fallen. What is the witchcraft of necromancy or when anybody dabbles in, that's part of the fallen. And that's what's going to hold those people back from making it to the kingdom of heaven. This side is about getting people on the right track, on the right path, to be able to fight spiritually for themselves and for their next of kin. That's why I created this group. Yes, I know there's a lot of other things that exist, but I'm not going to have power because I know there are demonic in nature. I'm just speaking in truth right now, man. Because I'm just saying how it is. Of what I've seen, yeah, there's a lot of things that people see, but you got to remember, demons take many manifestations, and anybody that's affiliated cult-like, it doesn't matter if it's a cult that believe in demons or Lucifer is not. It doesn't matter if it's a cult that believes in aliens. Doesn't matter if it's a cult that thinks there are vampires or a cult that thinks there are werewolves or a cult of whatever. All those things that supposedly have powers, gets where they come from the fallen, right? So the one third, who was the leader of the one third? That's where it comes from. I'm just being a straightforward and blunt that none of those things will make it into the kingdom of heaven. We can make it into the kingdom of heaven. God is a forgiving God. If you're living in sin, ask God for forgiveness. Repent for your sins. For those people that think that they're the holy rollers and they want to wish bad upon other people, well, that's not about what Jesus Christ is about. What y'all doing is doing wicked things, and in saying that, something already has control of you. But making you think that way and saying those things is got full control of you. There's nothing holy about what you say or do. I just had to say it, man. You know, the way I see it is I already have people coming up against me anyways, so might as well be a little bit more truthful and blunt what I think. And another thing, there's a lot of people, a lot of stories that I hear that you can literally. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Today is Honest Abe. That's my name, right? Uh, there's a lot of people, a lot of stories that are being said. You could tell they're full of crap. That they're not real. That they're made up. Just being honest. But at the same time, it's upon the person that whether they want to believe in it, what they're saying or not. You see it happening people in costumes. A lot of people in costumes, a lot of people that have been caught as hoaxers, and they continue to come into the outlets of the Bigfoot community, pretending like they're some kind of hunters and all this stuff, but they're hoaxers. What do you think about all this, cousin? What I'm saying right now? Well, you seen what happened, right? About the lady, what you were saying about us.
Yeah, I caught the replay, and if you're gonna be disrespectful, don't get mad when you get disrespected back. Simply if you want to play, play. If not, keep your thoughts to yourself. I mean, there's a button up here where if you don't like what we're saying, you can go elsewhere. You don't have to sit here and be
Disrespectful
disrespectful
with
because,
the fake profiles.
especially with me, because you get disrespectful with me, and I'm not as kind as spiritual Abe. I'm gonna get right disrespectful right back to you. Because if you're gonna play, you're gonna play. That's
Yeah,
why I said. That's why I
people that
said that.
when you respond to somebody, it's because normally somebody's is in here with a fake profile, being disrespectful, and when you responded to that individual that was being disrespectful, it was being very disrespectful, and he said what he said. So they try to spin what he said to try to make it seem that he told this crazy lady, this wicked witch Dana, something in which it wasn't her that was here. It was Corn the Cob. Not unless it was her with a fake profile. So we're, you know, I don't think he did anything wrong. He was just responding to the disrespect that was being sent to us here in my group. It's like you're gonna come in here with a fake profile and you want to dish out something, you're gonna expect something back. Because I know cousin
And
Jesse don't play around. I'm the
I
I'm the
don't.
kind one.
Yeah, you got you. Like I said, you're spiritual Abe. Me, the way you come at me, that's how I'm gonna come right back at you. Because, like I said before, the Lord will have mercy. I won't. Just that simple. And it makes me really mad, man, when they come at you sideways. I don't like that, man. I don't like it when they come at you sideways. I never have, and you know that. If
Yeah,
anybody, if I perceive
this is
anybody
my cousin, my,
disrespecting
my
me,
first cousin, man. So he got my back. I got his back. Today's spiritual Abe here. Sarcia gets a little bit crazy, man, and he goes a little bit in the deep end sometimes. I got him right here. But I just wanted to talk to you about this, brothers and sisters. That I see a lot of these things happening. I know everybody is trying to keep the the audience entertained. The podcasters trying to keep the audience entertained. I guess for the viewership or donations or whatever. To me, I'm not doing that for this. That's why I'm here late at night. Check it out. I'm here late at night from 1 to what, 4 in the morning, sometimes
sometimes
5.
five.
I don't ask anybody for a single penny. But even like that, they come and troll me, man. They still bothered that I'm going live. I think what it is that they want me to quit. They want me to quit from doing the works that I do. But you see, uh, my mother didn't raise a quitter. If I were to quit, that means that I would have quit in the Battle of Medina Ridge, in which I wasn't about to give up my life in Medina Ridge. I'm a fighter. So in saying that, for those who are affiliated in cahoots with each other, playing these little games, y'all keep on playing your little games, but keep me out of it, man, because I don't got time to be playing games with anybody. And I'm going to continue to do the spiritual works that I do here in Spiritual Cryptid Encounters, whoever likes it or not. I don't care. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. And that's what it is. That's what it's about. They're like, well, let's torment brother Abe. Let's go at him. And so he can quit. He can get out of the field of doing this spiritual encrypted encounter stuff. It's giving the Bigfoot community a bad name. It's giving the dogman a bad name. It's giving the people that aren't cults a bad name. Let's all gather together and come up against them. Man, y'all petty stuff. I mean, honestly, of what I've seen and I've faced in the spiritual aspect of things, you're like chump change that I'm not going to give up. I'm going to continue to do what I do, all through Jesus Christ.
And the other thing is, cousin, they're coming to troll in a on this page that's like full of moderators, man. They I don't understand why they know the page is full of moderators, but they try anyway, man. That's what makes me laugh.
Yeah, we got good moderators here, man. You know that of selected as moderators. Like I said, I don't got nothing against nobody. I don't know why there's people target me so bad, just because I bring the spiritual truth. You know, it's like I got stories to share of why I say what I say. Short
You
reels
got
to
reels to back
prove,
it up.
short reels to back up of what I say is legit. You know, I got people on my Facebook friends list that I just need to get to come live with me that were with me in the military so they can share some of the stories that we both witnessed that when we're out there. You know, they're just a little bit camera shy, you know.
Like I used to be when we first started doing this. I was really camera shy, man. I've gotten used to it.
And the reason I come out, I know the ones that come out at nighttime to, it's because that's when they worship what they believe in, you know. So all my life I've been fighting spiritually all throughout the nights since I was a kid, when I was in the military, after the military. It's been a spiritual battle all my life, you know. I'm just surprised. I mean, I guess it's everybody's calling, right? That other people cannot see all the other things that are happening around us that are that are that are in plain view spiritually. I think it's because a lot of people are just focused on living life and they're too busy, you know, doing their work, working and being a family and caught up with society and going on vacations. That sometimes people forget, man, to have a relationship with Jesus Christ, because he's the one that shows me when, lets me know when things are going to happen, when the enemy is going to surface up, and I continue to do this lives. It's not going to stop me.
You're welcome,
Let me
Bonnie
see.
Bear.
Trust me, I've had wicked people in my family, man. When we talk about dark witches, I've had wicked people in my family. I've seen what happens. I'll share some stories in a moment to what I'm trying to tell y'all. But no matter what's been in the family or out of the family, it's up to me or what I let in my life or in my for my next of kin. I made a spiritual stance and I cut those negative ties of the past with forgiveness, with the love foundation through Jesus Christ, not just to protect me, but to protect my next of kin. I cut those generational curses through forgiveness. Listen to me. Forgiveness will cut a generational curse, because I always hear it. Yeah, I think I have a generational curse. I think, how do I stop this? Well, it's up to you, because normally somewhere in your family, in your bloodline, somebody did something, and it's jumping from generation to generation. So somebody's gonna make a spiritual stance to put a stop to it, and you know what I'm talking about, cuz right? Because we somebody has to step up to the plate and face whatever that is coming from generation to generation. It's gonna show itself. I seen it, but I'll share the story in a moment of what I seen. You know.
Check this out, cousin. Uh, Last week, my brother's wife wound up in the ER, right?
Hmm.
And I've been thinking about it because it's kind of strange how, like, she's been in the hospital for a night. The next night, her sister called to ask how she was. So, in my mind, automatically, she's doing something to her sisters with a witchcraft or necromancy. And she's calling to check to see if it's working.
Yeah, you heard that, brothers? That's how it happens. Well, how come she didn't go visit her sister in the hospital?
Yeah, well, ever since she left, my brother has been sick too, man. So she asked for him too. So in my mind, automatically, she's doing something, and she's calling to see if it's working.
That's how it happens, brothers and sisters. You heard it from my cousin Jesse. That's what normally happens is when something happens to an individual that they wind up getting sick or something. If there's any kind of form of witchcraft or necromancy, the person that has done the witchcraft or necromancy is going to try to make contact with the individual just to see how they're doing, right? Why would they do that? Because if that person is protected by Jesus Christ and they're okay, that means that whatever they wished upon the person will go back to the sender because they're being protected by Jesus Christ. What do you think? A lot of these groups doesn't allow anybody to talk about Jesus Christ. They just want to stick to the cryptids, to Bigfoots or dogmens, because they know what's the true nature of all these things are, which are demonic. So they don't want people to have the wisdom or knowledge to be able to fight these things, right? Why would you rebuke a Bigfoot? That's I work. I gave them offerings. Why do you tie bunny rebuke a dog man? I live on gifts in the woods because they're demonic. That's why.
Those are offerings too.
That's why I do it. And I've seen them vanish, disappear, and they don't. The the Bigfoot Society or Bigfoot whatever. They don't want to hear what I have to say. When I type out in rebuke in Jesus Christ's name, puff of smoke, smells like sulfur. They disappear, or it disappears without a puff of smoke, but it leaves a pestilent smell, like sore, like that nasty smell, and leaves goo. They're like, how come Brother Sears always talks about this? He talks uh about Jesus Christ and all this that because that's what it took to be able to defeat the creature that I was seeing that seemed like to be a creature that was a manifestation it took. But when I rebuke in Jesus Christ's name, it vanished like Houdini. He's like in Spanish, "Ahí te guacho." See you is like see you later. I mean, I know there's some groups, right? They do offer things and they give things to their subscribers and stuff like that. They do give to the community back. But there are other groups that they just want donations and that's all they want. They don't care. That's all they want is money. To me, it's not about the money. It's never been about the tithe. Uh, you got something to say, cousin?
No, no, I was just reading this question from our father child. He says, "But if you believe God and Jesus will protect you, would you be safe?"
What is
Well,
it?
you would have to know that you're being targeted by a witch and having witchcraft done on you, so that you can rebuke it. If you don't know that it's happening, then you can't expect God and Jesus to protect you if you don't know what's happening. It's like I said some time ago. If you go to the doctor because you're sick and they can't find nothing wrong with you, the only thing it can be is witchcraft.
Or a negative
Because the doctor,
attachment?
or a negative attachment, or necromancy. Because if the doctor can't find nothing with you, then it's spiritual.
But you see, doctors don't want to tell you that. They don't want to tell you the spiritual aspect of it. And I'm more than sure they see miracles of God and they don't want to give credit to Jesus Christ or the Heavenly Father for the miracles that they've seen people come from the back from the dead. They don't want to get credit to the Heavenly Father, but they've seen it and they want to keep it a secret. They don't because they don't want to acknowledge it as that because They went to college for this. They have a degree for being a doctor. That they don't want to give credit to the Heavenly Father for a lot of the things that happen in hospitals. It's not really the doctors doing it; it's a higher power doing it. They don't want to give credit to that to the Heavenly Father. Thank you, Brother Rich Sykes. Yes, me when I speak about these things, brothers and sisters, is I bring it to you on spiritual truth, because of things that I experienced and witnessed. I know I was going to say a story with y'all of why I was saying the things that I'm saying. Uh, I'll remember in a moment what I was going to share with you. I'm just trying to keep it like a good energy vibe tonight, even though I've seen a lot of things and experienced a lot of things. I want to keep it the way I've overcome all the trials and tribulations I've been through is through a love foundation, is through Jesus Christ, because I've always had faith and believe in Him. That's why I'm still here, and I still continue to do the works because if I don't do the works, then what good abuse does He have for me, right? So long I do the works, then through Him I get to live here longer here on earth, right? Uh, but if it's my time to go, then it's my time to go. But I'm here to do His will, His works. And when you hear people trying to wish something bad upon you, don't accept the negativity. Deflect it. And say, "Hey, I don't allow your negativity." It goes right back to you. Go right back to the center. That's a form of witchcraft, brothers and sisters. When somebody's using the Bible or scripture out of the Bible to wish something bad upon you and it's wicked, well, that's a form of witchcraft. For those who know, there's witches that go to church. They know the Bible. Witches and warlocks. That's what they do. They're infiltrating in church, and they get whatever they can use to try to infiltrate to make it seem like they're good people. But it goes by the works and the things that they say.
Our
And that's how
father's
you know.
child. The Sabbath is on Saturday. Uh, that's the Sabbath that God said you need to keep. The Sunday thing was started by the Pope of the Catholic Church. That he started by his own. But the Sabbath is on Saturday, man. That's the seventh day because the week starts on Sunday. Sorry, cuz.
Oh, that's fine. The reason I don't ask for money, is because of something that I experienced a long time ago when I was 15 years old, and I shared the story the other day. But to cut it short, I'll just tell you is this: uh, a demon offered me to be the richest man in the world at the age of 16 years old. I just had to follow it, right? I chose Jesus Christ. Started fighting it by saying the Our Father, and he was changing forms. His face was moving so fast I could see when a car passed by the skull with a snake going through its eyes. You know, I witnessed this. I went through a spiritual battle. That's why I know that the money, because they all try to offer me to be the richest man in the world. I chose not to because I have my faith and believe in Jesus Christ, and I fought spiritually that day. That's why I don't. You know, it's a different when it's a blessing when somebody's blessing you with something, but the Heavenly Father already blesses me enough. I mean, He's blessed me so many times in my life. I shouldn't be here right now, but I'm here because He's got a purpose for me, right? And I'm here to fulfill the purpose here late at night. I could do a live between 5 and 7. I can try to do lives in the evening, but I do the lives not right now because I believe that's when it's hot and heavy between. But like I can do one from 10 all the way to 1, 2 in the morning, but I like doing them from like 1 till 3, 4, 5 in the morning because that's when a lot of things happen. dealing with witchcraft, necromancy, and the unseen forces that are running havoc. I'm reading some of the comments here. Okay.
Yeah, Beastwick, right now, the physicians are not treating anything. They're just trying to kill you. Trying to kill all the people to depopulate. It's their job now.
No, I'm just letting know that they really don't have no power, man. And they're you say it's a comfort zone because they think it's when they're the strongest or whatever. No, it's God is with us 24 hours, man. 24 hours. I can get up right now, go walk in the woods, and I wouldn't think about it twice. In the darkness with no flashlight, because I know God is with me. Many of those people that do the wicked things at night have tried, and they're not here no more. That's all I can tell you because I fought it spiritually. I protected my vessel spiritually and allow them not here no more. I have numerous encounters where witches, warlocks, people that practice voodoo come up against me, and they're not here no more because I fought them spiritually.
Are y'all okay, Monsoon?
I'm just saying, man. I mean, these people that think that they're wicked and that they got some kind of power, they're being deceived by Lucifer and the demons because that's what they do. They deceive people, and they're being deceived. They're being tricked to miss their opportunity to make it into the kingdom of heaven. They think they got some kind of power. See the bottle lifted and it drops, but if they only knew it's the unseen demonic forces that is doing that, deceiving them, making them think that they have some kind of power. In all honesty, because they can be right beside you, you can sense them spiritually. So they're the ones that are levitating the things or making things move. It's not them that is doing it. And how do they do it? Because they know what they're thinking. So if they see that their mind is saying move the bottle's going to move. Move the spoon on the table. They say, "Oh, we got telekinesis." No, it's the unseen forces that are around you doing that, making you think that you made a good deal, but you're actually going to a lime lot because they're deceiving you.
Hey, Beastwick, Beastwick. Let me tell you, man, I was on painkillers for almost 20 years for a back injury. You know how I got rid of it? I haven't taken any painkillers in almost 15 years, man. And the way I got rid of it, when I was in Raymondville, a traveling pastor came to my church and he laid hands on me. And ever since he laid hands on me, my back has quit hurting. My back hasn't hurt going on 15 years now, man.
He casted the unclean spirit that was in them, causing them the pain. That's how I get rid of the people that are being spiritually afflicted, or bonded, uh, complete strangers, homeless people that the demon surfaces up through them, and the eyes turn back white, they roll back white, and they're saying something to me that only I know, and this is a complete stranger. So then I just rebuke them out of them. The person becomes normal. They don't even know what happened. So I get to talk to them. Hey, you want something to drink? You want something to eat? And then they just tell me. I started finding a little bit about them, what got them on the path that they're on. Then we pray for them to ask God for forgiveness and repent for their sins. And I pray for the heavenly angels to protect them, so the demons won't come back and attack them. You know, but I witness this all the time. Yeah, and this is the works that I do. I know that when I came here, it wasn't like into the cryptic community. I was brought because there was this lady. I guess somebody's wife was in the group I was in. It was called Light Workers of the World, and it exists. There's a lot of people there, and Light Workers Light Feeds. That's what I would do my works, and they told me that they wanted this guy to get in contact with a guy named Vic Kundov. That he was said that what he looks to be like a dog man in this thing. I went to it because they told me to go and talk to him. So I shared my story to him. What was happening, but I told him that I feel it was more demonic than anything. You know, while we spoke on the phone. And I still stick to that. That what I told them that it's demonic to me. What I witnessed is more demonic than anything, because of what it does. And of course, I've faced many things in this nature while I was growing up. You know,
Well, I've been following you since Positive Spiritualist, cousin.
positive spiritualist. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's when they targeted me. Positive spiritualist. Yeah, the reason I left Light Workers of the World and Light Worker Life Feeds is because they told me is this, that they don't allow in that group to bring Jesus Christ into the picture, because their group is not about religion. And I said, well, it's not about religion. It's just that I believe in Jesus Christ, and he's he died for us on the cross for our sins, right? So it's about love. That's like the ultimate sacrifice. So I said, you can't say that. I said, okay. So I just left the group. I said, well, if you're not believing in Jesus Christ, then what kind of love are you talking about? Then I found out, I guess it's dealing with the rainbow love, the dealing with the sins.
Oh, I
So
thought
I'm
it was
glad.
a love between a man and a Bigfoot.
It was a different kind of love they believed in there. So it's like I left.
The taking of the shame cave.
Then I started noticing that a lot of the people there were reading cards and supposedly mediums and psychics and all this stuff. So, oh, hell no. So I really left that group. Sometimes when you're hurting, you have to work through it, man. Work through the pain, because if you stop being active, then it's going to be that much harder for you, because then the pain is just going to keep you down. You got to fight. You got to fight to become better. And part of that is staying active. Whether you're lifting a little bit of weights, you got to keep your body going, keep it moving. You got to continue to do something. I had a blood clot on my left leg that the doctors told me they never seen nothing that big. ever in their life. As a doctor, they never seen something that big. That sucker was from my foot all the way up through my body. They was already giving me my last rites, trying to say that if it broke, that I was dead. You know, that it was going to travel to my heart or to my brain. They said they didn't want to. It was too big. They couldn't even operate it. So only God knows how big it was in my body, but I'm still here because my faith and trust is in Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I almost died myself in '95, cousin. You remember I told you that story about the Indian statue I had on horseback?
Yeah.
Well, when they broke it, everybody got sick, right? Everybody got a lung disease, man. Everybody got a lung disease, and I went to the county hospital because when I would lay on my left side, no, on my right side, when I lay on my right side, I'd be choking. I couldn't walk 5 paces without breathing heavy. Uh, they said I had walking pneumonia, and then they gave me two TB tests. One came out negative, the second one came out positive, and then they decided I had tuberculosis. Man, my left lung was full of fluids, and they wanted to drain my lung. And I told them no because that's how y'all killed my grandfather, my dad's dad. That's how they killed him. They popped the wrong lung, and I told them just let me die. So what they did, they put me into this experimental program with drugs, and I was taking 19 pills twice a day, man. And I did that for about 2 years. No, about a year. I did that about a year, and I prayed every day, man. And God healed me, man. I got my lung back, and yeah, but I almost died, man, from walking pneumonia. The breaking of that statue, it put forth a curse on everybody that lived in that house.
Well, that's what they say. Like when the people went to the pyramids, and they opened up those tombs, that some of those people died. They call them curses.
Hmm.
Yeah, y'all know about that, right? Those curses were the what do you call it? What do they call the people that go and what's the name for them? The science, not scientist,
Paleontologists,
archaeologist,
archaeologists.
archaeologist. Yeah, they go there, and someone died, because of curses. A lot of those pyramids, they are cursed because they were dabbling in witchcraft and necromancy, and which they were they were affiliated with Anubis, right? But in actuality, all those are demonic forces. That's where there's a lot of. That's why you don't catch me going anywhere where there's a pyramid, or to the Mayan pyramids, or nowhere like that, because I can sense all those things that are there. They'll probably come at me and show themselves to me, man.
Well, thanks a lot, cousin. I have a pyramid in my living room.
Yeah, I think some of these people hasn't seen that pyramid. I don't think they've seen
Yeah,
it. I
I
don't
think
think Brother Rich Sykes. You want to see something? Cousin Jesse's got a pyramid that he can show y'all, man. Uh, I guess he got inherited because it belonged to his father. I don't think y'all seen this pyramid. I
I
don't think
think
Rich
most
Brother
of
Rich.
that. I don't think Rich has seen it, but most of the other people in this chat have seen it. Has he seen it?
Oh, you seen it, Rich? I don't think you seen it. I don't think he was there that day. Okay, so he hasn't. Go ahead, cousin. I gotta go get me a water. Is it there with you?
No, I gotta go to the living room. I'm in the kitchen.
Oh man.
But I
Oh,
could
it's
go
up.
get it. I could go get it. Let me
You're
go
gonna
get it.
you get yeah. Go ahead, cousin, and tell him about everything how it comes from, where it comes from, where it originates, and all that.
Oh, hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay. His name is Jesse. Yeah, that's the it was the Watchers, the Watchers that were the in charge of all the pyramids. That's what they were created for the Watchers because they were the ones in charge of mankind at that time, and they're called many names. The Watchers. Some people call it Anunnaki. Some people call them Apakulu. But that's where they were. It's kind of like those stones that were risen along some of the islands. I think those were the Apakulu. They were like giants, right? Which would be like the Nephilim.
All right, man. Here we go with show and tell number 3.
Show and tell. There you go. You see what's in the middle, y'all? What does it look like to y'all? Like a dark shadow figure.
Got a portal on top, it looks like.
A portal or an eye.
He's got tools and weapons down here. Underneath him are the seven African truths.
The tribes.
No, las siete verdades africanas.
Oh, okay. The seventh truth of Africa.
All right, guys. Uh, Hope y'all enjoyed that.
Tell him where it originates, cousin.
This is Chango Macho. It is a praying altar deity that belongs to the religion of Santeria or Palo Mayumbe.
Palamayumbe.
Yeah, that's a religion where he's a voodoo priest and he works with a spirit because he'll go to like a graveyard and steal a bone, and the soul attached to that bone has to do his bidding. And in order for the soul to do whatever he wants, he has to appease it with blood. He has to make a blood offering to the spirit so that it will do his bidding.
Basically, they sacrifice a lot of animals.
Animals, a goat, a pig, a bird.
Almost kind of like what was the one with the six arms? That's what they do that for that guy. What's the name of that? The female with six arms.
I can't remember her name.
La Chiba. Chiba
Yeah.
from India. I think her name is Chiba. They do the same thing. They do blood sacrifices of animals.
What'd you think about it, Rich? Hope you enjoyed it.
What people don't understand is like I hear stories where people saying that in Africa that they're sighting dogmen in Africa and all that stuff. Guess why? Because they're demonic.
Well, hey man,
That's what
like I told you, cousin, he died a gruesome death, man. That palero that I used to hang out with, he died a gruesome death, man. He got chopped up into little pieces, and the animals of the forest were snacking on him when they found him.
you hear that? What he's saying? What happened to what happened with the Paleto?
He
Tell
he
him the
got
story.
murdered. He got murdered, man. He was trying to make himself a saint. I went to the ceremony. They dressed him in white. They put candles here, here, on his hands and on his knees. And he had to sit there while the candles burned. And another palero was doing his ceremony. And then he had to go out to the ocean to get the water elemental to see if he would protect him. And the water elemental told him that his greatest enemy was in his house. So he thought it was his stepson, and he ran his stepson off. But then he went crazy, kidnapped his wife and his children, and had them in the house and wouldn't let them out. Finally, they escaped and called the law, so he went back to Cuba. And he got together with a woman over there, and I don't know what he did to her, but her brothers cut him up into little pieces,
In
and
Cuba, they don't play around with machetes.
the wild animals were feasting on him when they found him. The only reason they knew it was him is through DNA. But when the spirit told him that his worst enemy was in his house, wasn't talking about his stepson. He was talking about himself.
Himself, his
He was
house,
telling, yeah, he was telling he was his own worst enemy.
his own foundation.
Hmm.
He said a crocodile. No, different animals were feasting on him. Somebody put a crocodile. He said it was just the wild animals feeding on him, right? Because they cut him up in pieces.
I'm Jesse that comes live with my cousin, man. So yeah, that was probably me.
There's a lot of different practices that exist that are cult like, right? That's like a cult mentality. Uh, sometimes they do heal people, but you know, Beelzebub cannot cast out Beelzebub. So basically, what I'm saying, magic with magic is not going to make it positive. You know,
Rich, I'm talking about when I was in that religion, I was talking about my spiritual godfather. He was also my dad's godfather. He was a voodoo witch doctor of Palo Mayumbe.
basically, that's what he's got left is that the pyramid that belonged to his dad, and he was I got him to do a show and tell one day so people could see it, so they could see the dark entity in there, which when people talk about shadow people, shadow figures, well, that's what they're really noticing is those kind of entity ditties like that.
Yes, Texas Texan. That's what I showed. Yes, it used to belong to my father. I have it because I couldn't throw it away. It no longer has any power. It hasn't been fed, so I'm okay. Hi, Smurfy.
You see what he said right there? He said, magic with magic, only the devil wins. Exactly. So imagine this when somebody's trying to use scripture to come up against you and wish something bad to you. The only one that's going to win is the devil with that individual, because if I don't accept the negativity, then he has to go back to the sender, which is
Yes, Texas, Texan. It
the
has no
person throwing
power. It
respect
hasn't
towards
been
me.
fed. It used to belong to my father, and like I said, it hasn't been fed, so it has no power anymore. I'm gonna put a, I'm gonna cast a spell on Smurfy, cousin. Make a lick a high, make a hiney ho. By
What
the
the hell?
power of Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kusa.
A
Just
song.
kidding. Uh, anyway, Texan, I know how to handle it. Okay, I wouldn't be touching it or messing with it if I didn't know what I was doing. You like that, Smurfy? I'm Michael Jackson, you man. Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kusa. Pee Wee Herman, you. Make a lick a high, make a hiney ho.
De chinga mucho guy. I hope you're enjoying tonight's show.
uh,
We've seen a lot of things of the
Rich,
balance.
Rich, I didn't remove the power from it, Rich. The the thing with this is only a palero can feed it. It needs blood. It needs agua florida. It needs ron rico and a cigar. You blow smoke on it. You throw blood on it, and then you rinse it off with agua florida, and then you spit uh, rum on it. That's the only way you can feed it. Am I exposing too much? Cause
Nah, you're just talking about it, man. People want to know, but that's a rare one right there, because we couldn't find it. We searched for it.
hey man, I'm not one of the village people, Vato. I'm not a macho man, okay? I think Beeswick wants you to pray for him, cousin.
Beeswick.
Yes, he says he
I
desperately
don't got
needs
my
prayer.
glasses on, so I can't see what they're saying, man. Let me put them on. It's got like a glare. Seeing blurry. Is that too dark over here? Got dark
It
over
look,
here.
I can see your face, but your shirt blends into the background. If it didn't have white letters, I wouldn't be able to see it.
Physical pain. He needs to meditate, and through meditation he can kill some of the pain.
Yes, Texas, it's supposed to track entities when it has power. Right now, it hasn't been fed in 3 years, so it has no power.
Well, where is it? Where is the pain? Where does he have the pain at? Maybe we can focus and do a prayer for him here tonight.
Tell us where the pain is, Beeswick.
Is it on the spine? dealing with your spine, the
So,
vertebrae.
so now that he got your attention, now he went silent.
I mean, and saying that he's got some pain. I was seeing saying something. I just don't know. I'm trying to figure out what kind of pain he's talking about. Because we do have a regular guy that comes in as corn on the cob with fake profiles, and if corn on the cob got some pain, we know what kind of pain it is. Corn on the cob.
I
So
think
I'm
he
just trying to
left too.
figure out what kind of pain. Let me see. Let me look back to what he was.
Yeah, he's been asking for prayer since he came into the chat.
Uh,
I just didn't want to stop what you were saying.
yeah, sometimes people do that. That you don't know if they're doing it intentionally just to stop the people from hearing what we're saying. But he's not here no more, so I don't know.
R- Really, Smurfy? Really? No, he's right there. Beeswick's right there. Severe pain all over, most likely neurological. Can't take much more. He says.
If it's neurological, which would be like epilepsy or nerve pain, because I used to have my lower lumbar area. I used to have a lot of pain, which was when I had the blood clot, and I had thrombosis of the veins, and I was missing fluid from my L4, L5, and my spine area, so I had a lot of pain. What will help out was stretching. When I'll do some stretching exercises, that and I had to build myself up. I had to stay active. You know, uh, the only pills that I would take, honestly, because like what's the other one that's very strong that they give you at the hospitals? Like not morphine, but the other one, Vicodin. That wouldn't work for me. The
Yeah,
Vicodin would numb me up here. So I would just take like regular um, Tylenol pills. That's it. That's all I would take. But I do a lot of stretches and I will stay active. I'll go walking. You can't let the ailment keep you from going on. You have to stay active. It's when you don't do nothing that it becomes even more worse because then it's really getting you. You have to try to stay active. Get your body going because your immune system can kill pain if you're really focused. With your chi. I'm thinking maybe you need like a a chakra like a chakra necklace or a chakra bracelet to work your chi on your body to where you're feeling the pain. That it would help you kill some of that pain. Or they got some that are like magnetic that the Koreans use that you put around your wrist. That can help you help your chi, which is all your body. To kill some of those pains.
Alex, you want to fix everything with weed, man? Come on. You could,
Acupuncture, I don't know, man. They stick needles and put a funnel on you, try to suck old blood off of you. Uh, or the other one where they inject steroids where you're feeling the pain. That's painful. That's painful. When they have a machine and just stick a needle in your back, inject s- steroids where you're feeling pain. It puts more pressure and you feel more pain.
you could try circulating your chi also, Beeswick. Focus, breathe in, stick your tongue on top of your mouth. Take deep breaths and circulate it through the middle of your body, and just circulate your.
And don't give the pain power, especially we're going to say a prayer before we continue. Heavenly Father, at this time we'd like to pray for Brother Biswick. We would like to place 70 crosses on him from head to toe, wherever he has the pain on his body. Uh, at this time, we would like to take authority over anything demonic that might be causing him this pain. We taking Brother Bithwick is taking authority over you in Jesus Christ's name. You're not allowed to cause any more pain. We type on and rebuke in Jesus Christ's name as we call the heavenly angels to do a clean sweep on Brother Biswick into his foundation as his allowing this prayer for spiritual help uh, and for the Holy Spirit to do a clean sweep of his immediate foundation as we place 70 crosses where he lives. If there's anything unclean in his home that's causing him to be ill, we type on and rebuke in Jesus Christ's name. Send the heavenly angels to do a clean sweep there also. Uh, we type on and rebuke in Jesus Christ's name. Leave Brother Biswick alone. This I pray in Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah, I was seeing that he's got a lot of activity in his house. As I was praying, I was seeing kind of like where he lives, and he has a lot of activity in his actual home. Where I believe that that's what whatever is there was causing him to be ill. So hopefully, not that we did this prayer, this week will feel better. Uh, if not immediately, within the next couple of days. You can't if you feel a certain way, Biswick, take authority over it and type on it. You feel the pain, type on it, rebuke in Jesus Christ's name.
You could also try qigong to move your
Tell
energy.
him about that, cousin.
Qigong starts from your core, and you move your energy, and it's good for pain and inflammation and stuff, man. But it's a medical kung fu called qigong. I believe in all that stuff, man. I just won't do acupuncture because I'm afraid of needles.
Yeah, the reason I was seeing Biswick saying something, I just didn't want to say nothing right off the bat. I just wanted to see what he was saying, just to see if I could feel something spiritually, because if there is something amongst them, I will be able to sense it. But when I went into prayer, is when I seen what was causing the ailment that he's having. Uh, the only thing I can say, Brother Biswick, if you have any kind of hatred, anger, vengeance, you need to forgive. Or if you've done something to somebody, ask God for forgiveness because that'll uh, t- uh, cut any negative ties from anything that might have caused you to be that way. Uh, and it'll get you closer to Him, of which your prayers will be heard by Him, and He will come to you immediately and assist you. Okay, if you're going through something because you have a spiritual opening of something that that's using to come up against you. But we prayed for you, and hopefully that we pray and you get an opening because you're gonna feel not that much pain. You're gonna feel better. That that maybe what I'm telling you, if there is an opening, you can ask God, you know, uh, forgive or forgiveness, for whatever the case might be. It's between you and Him. I'm just a messenger.
All right, cousin, I'm gonna move this try this
Okay.
pyramid from the living room to this room that has no light in the back. I'll be right back.
Okay. 40 total surgeries. Wow, what happened to you, man? Recycles? You got to get 40 surgeries. Yeah, the Heavenly Father is very, very awesome. Prayer is very powerful. I really never listen to the doctors when they try to give me some bad news. They come and try to give me some bad news. It's like, keep it. I said, I don't want to hear it. Keep it to yourself. Because that's a form of negativity, man. I don't hear the bad news. I just rather leave my faith and trust in Jesus Christ. I've been doing pretty good, just leaving my faith and trust in Jesus Christ.
You're right. They're full of crap, Alex. Because when they found out I had the beginnings of a bone infection, they wanted to cut my toe off that very same day. They didn't try to let me get a second opinion. They didn't want to let me talk to my family. They wanted to cut it off right then and there. I said, "No, wait a minute, man. I gotta get more information before you take my toe." And finally, I talked to all my family, and they said
What was your toe hurting?
it had a hole in it, cousin.
Oh,
It had a wound that wouldn't heal because right there where the finger bends, that's where it was. So it wouldn't heal because I kept walking on it, man. So
oh
I
man.
take it that same day, and I said, "No, you're gonna have to give me at least a week." And finally, all my family agreed. Better the toe than the whole foot.
So,
Oh, you practice qigong, Smurfy?
what Smurfy trains with Kung Fu.
Yeah,
Remember Kung Fu? What's the name of the cartoon? Kung
Hong Kong
Pao?
Fui,
Kung Fu.
Hong Kong Fui. I practiced kung fu for a long time, cousin. You know that. Now I'm toeless. No more kung fu. I'm kung fu-less.
You can still train with your hands, cousin.
My hands are still fast, cousin. My hands are still fast. When I was working in Mississippi, I would test these 25-year-old bucks. They wouldn't see him coming, and I tell them, "Get up in your fighting stance, man. Put your guard up." I said, "I'm gonna put my hand down to my side. I'm gonna touch you in the forehead, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it." I go, "I'm not gonna feign you. I'm not gonna stop midway. I'm gonna go and touch you in your forehead, and you're gonna see you can't stop it." By the time they reacted, my hand was already back down to my side. I had already touched them. He said, "What does that mean?" I go, "You understand that the man that gives the first blow wins the fight, right?" Well, yeah, well, that's what I'm letting you know, man. You can't even see my hands, man. How you gonna defend yourself? And I would tell the Mexican who was over there, I would always tell him too, no las ven llegar. My hands are still quick, man. My Footwork ain't what it used to be, but my hands are still quick. I had to learn hand speed by doing the nunchucks with one hand, dude, just twirling them with one hand. I could go like that and just keep them spinning with one hand.
Well, now you can train to fight with the spirit because you see how fast they move out there, man.
Yes, yes. And I tried to use
Faster
my spirit.
than a weapon, faster faster than a speeding bullet. That's how fast they move. The DDN.
Oh yeah, I seen especially that video you put up where it's like moving like that, dude, and it's making like a long trail, but it's all after images, man. I seen that picture you posted, man. I was
And it
like,
stopped right in
what?
front of me, and
Yeah.
it looks
I
at
said,
me
what? Mm-hmm.
like it's got all the time in the world to mess with me, you know. Yeah, but it's moving at a high rate of speed.
Yeah, you know what I also found out, cousin? From speed point of view, when you're doing the nunchucks, when you go from here to over here, there's half a second timing where you can jump in and punch somebody in the face that has nunchucks, man. I've done it before. I've done it before, man. I learned how to close the gap real quick, man. But yeah, that's when I had my toe. I don't know if that's gonna work anymore. Cause I tell you what, man, I have taken a couple of pistols in my time, and from people and pistol whip them with their own pistol.
Man, I know that in Germany, the guy that had that gun pointed to my head, I did what I had to do, man. He
Sometimes
was,
you have no choice, cousin.
he was begging for his life, man.
You know,
I had no
man.
choice. I had no
I,
choice but to do. It was first in nature, you know. Just reacted to the threat.
I hate it when somebody begs for their life, man. It makes you wanna smoke them even more, man. You have to like really pray to Jesus for strength, man, not to do it.
Especially when they come at you in a negative way, try to come at you with a weapon.
And then they want to catch that cat. I don't want to cuss anymore, man. They catch that cat, dude. Then they want to beg. Did I tell you, cousin? One time, we were looking for this person that did something to this other person, and we found them in a motel. I kicked the door in and went in there and drew my sword. I had people jumping out the windows and stuff. But you know,
Hey,
there's always this one cat that always wants to test you. He lunged at me, man. I hit him with the butt of the sword so hard that it cracked my handle, man. He had like a big old blood spot right here that was just bleeding, and I picked him up and kicked him in the ass out the door, told him to get the hell out. But yeah, man, that was a long time ago, man. I'm not that same person anymore, man.
you know how people are here, man. They listen to the conversation, the trolls, and they want to switch stuff around. You know, saying you threaten them and shit. That's what they be doing.
Smurfy, I don't have teeth, bro. How the hell am I gonna catch bullets with my teeth? Look, bro. No tengo. I'm sure
Talking
as hell
about
not gonna French kiss it.
like Leroy Brown,
Yeah, like Bruce Leroy.
Bruce Leroy.
No tengo dientes, Smurfy. ¿Con qué lo voy a parar? ¿Con la lengua? Te sales, bro. But no, cousin, that right there happened. For a year, I was lost in the underworld of drugs, and I know I was bonded because when I would meet people, they would ask me what my name was, and I would always answer that I was the angel of death. So for that whole year, my family didn't know where I was or what I was doing, man. I had to crawl out of the gutter and pick myself up and dusted myself off and got rid of whatever was bonding me, man.
Uh, my tank name was Death Angel. So we had something in common because uh, if you look at the picture of my tank that I got on my Facebook, read the back of it. It says Death Angel.
Me and Rich ain't got no teeth.
I was in Delta Company, so we had to name a tank. My gunner was from the Virgin Islands. They wanted to name it Demigod, and I said no. I thought about the angel of death as a death angel.
No, nah, bro. I don't catch nothing with my lips, bro. Pause, no homo.
I'll put. I got it on my Facebook, man. Well, I can post it. I can make a little video of it. I was in the
What, your
front
tank?
lines. In the front
Is
lines.
the name on your tank?
Yeah,
I would like to see that, man.
it says Death Angel. That's from when I was out there in Operation Desert Storm. So if the enemy seen it was on our gun tube and on our back. So when we fought, the enemy was gonna see Death Angel, even though they might not under. I don't know if they could read it or not, but everybody had a name on their tank. Ours was called Death Angel,
You have to be fast, alien punk, to be able to do that.
and some people had names on the rounds that they fired. They had names for each round.
Yeah, man. That whole year I was lost I was hooked. I ain't gonna lie to you, cousin. I was hooked on that crack cocaine, man. It had me doing things that were not in my nation.
Hey, did
Yeah, I
you
think he's
change
on
how
his
you were
phone.
streaming from the other night? I mean, what do you mean,
When you were on the computer.
Oh yeah, I'm good, doing a live with my cousin. You can't do it through a computer. I mean, I can go probably do it through StreamYard, but
100%. Smurfy. You crazy, man.
some Diddy stuff. The dude Diddy, man, he's got some issues, don't he? And they're
Oh
they're
yeah,
looking
man.
for him.
Yeah,
Aren't they looking for him?
yeah, they're looking for it, man. But he's got dirt on everybody, man. He has videos of everybody.
So they're gonna try to
So
take him out.
so if he goes down, a lot of people are going down with him.
It's the Illuminati. Let
No,
me go get me
man.
some water, cousin.
He's a well. I'm not gonna say what he is, bro. But everybody knows what he is.
Oh.
Dice que siendo agujero, que sea de caballero. So how's everybody doing tonight? Everybody good? Are y'all enjoying the show?
some more
And
water.
he likes that song, man. You do what to my butt? You're gonna do what to my butt? He likes to ride the Hershey Highway, bro.
Yeah, we're the night owls here, man. Up. What time is it? 2:58. When you want to call it a night, cousin? Like
It's up
around
to
what?
you, cousin. It's your live. I'm wide awake, man.
You're wide awake?
Besides, we're about to enter the demon hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alien Pump from South Park. Damn that Butters. But that's an
Bonnie Honey
actual
Bear says she would like to learn about more about angels some night.
that's an actual song though, Alien Pump. Look it up.
You're like a hooker on crack. What the
That's
hell?
messed up, runner. Do you know what I am saying, Alien Pump? Now here goes another thing about that altar that I had here, that
Mm-hmm.
pyramid. It has to be in a room by itself. There can be no other figures or figurines, anything like that around it. It has to be in a room by itself.
Angels are around us. They're always doing the works. I've felt the presence of the angels when I go out there and investigate and I call upon Jesus Christ. The angels come and assist me when I'm out there investigating. That's why I'm able to come out of there safely. But they try to ambush me one time where I lost connection several times, and one of them tried to jump on my neck area. It wasn't an angel; it was something demonic that tried to drop me. But then the angels came and assisted me, and I was able to walk out of there safely. But ever since that day, my neck's been hurting. It's like it felt like I was carrying like two people on my freaking shoulders. There was so much weight on me that my knees buckled. When you do deadlifts and stuff like that, a lot more weight than that. That my knees buckled, but there was nothing on top of me. But it's they were there, uh, spiritually, unseen.
Yes, Ivy, something like that.
When you pray, the angels come and assist you. They're there. The assist us. They're always around us. Sometimes it's an angel that tells you don't go, take a left here, or you go in a certain direction. You're driving, and something tells you go this ways. To go a different direction. And you follow that thought that comes to your mind, and the way you were traveling, an accident happened, and it could have been you, but you went the opposite way. So you have to follow your spiritual senses. No, I don't got Twitter. Well, you know what? I think I used to have Twitter. I'm not sure. A long time ago. But right now, I don't got Twitter on this phone.
Cuz was that the dog?
No, it's my stepson.
Oh, I thought it was
No,
Bucky.
no,
Or no, Rebel. I thought it was Rebel.
Rebel's over there and goes to sleep with my son.
Oh, cool.
He's spoiled, man. Rebel. He's
He's
one
got a
of the.
bed. He don't sleep on the floor.
Well, yeah, sometimes he sleeps on the floor on the couch, but he likes sleeping with my son at night. It's like watches over him.
Yeah, brother. Yeah,
He said bone.
dogs can see the spirits that are around everywhere.
I have 4 German Shepherds that live in my house. Rocky is the biggest one of them all. There's one that's dark, that's all black. I want to sneak up on you. I have 4 German Shepherds that protect my home. They let me know when there's something around.
They don't really bark unless there's something out there, man. I've been noticing that.
Yeah, yeah. I trained them since they were puppies. The day that when I lived in my other house, I was taking them outside to use the restroom, and there's something that growled above the tree, a loud growl. They turned
Oh
around and
wow.
walked right back inside the house. So that's when I knew it was something bad, and I closed the door from the backyard, and I went around from the through the front because I knew it was something bad, right? So when I went around to the left side of the house, I seen them. I seen the demon, or what people want to call a dog man, lycanthrope, werewolf, whatever. The manifestation of a werewolf. He was standing behind this. It's not a tree, but it's like a big flower, but it's real long branches, and it's like pink flowers on it. Well, it was. You could see the head on top of that, and you could see
Oh wow.
the white glowing eyes looking at me, and he was like at least, I would say, like 10 to 11 feet tall. And I looked at it, and he was looking at me, and I said, "I'm not afraid of you." And I said, "I tie bound and rebuke you in Jesus Christ's name." And when I said that, it disappeared. I'll keep my dogs indoors. I don't take them with me when I go investigate. I
Do
just go
y'all,
by myself.
do y'all know it says in the Bible that you can have a dog, you can feed a dog, but you're not supposed to touch it because it makes you unclean or something like that. What's up, Archer? That's how I see mine. They're my little children. I just got them. They're like 2 or 3 months old. I gave them racist names, but they're all
So
right.
you like about dogs? I think what's this? Oh, Yeller, man. It was a sad story when they had to take him down at the end because he had gotten rabies from the when the yeah, I think he had fought like a cougar or a mountain lion or something. He got rabies or fought a wolf, and then he got rabies, and they had to take him out. Was it Old Yeller? Can't remember the name. I think it was Old Yeller.
Well, they made 2 movies like that, man. One was Old Yeller, and the other was called Where the Red Fern Grows.
No, actually, we were supposed to have only one dog. Well, we're supposed to have one dog, and then I was raising the other dog because it was being, I guess, I didn't want to take care of it, so I started raising 2 dogs, and then I started raising 3, and then 4. But the other 2 belong to my stepson, which is Bill and and Oddball. And my son's dog is Rebel. Then we have another dog named Rocky. He's pretty big, man. You could tell he's German Shepherd. He's got a he's big, man. A big mouth and everything, man. It's like he's got some big paws. So if he tries to play with you, he might bruise you up. That's how big of a dog he is. But he likes to play around. He's pretty obedient. If you have narcotics on you, he'll sniff it off of you.
Oh wow.
That's how good of a dog he is. I had my nephew come over and visit, and he went up to him, and when he was younger, it's like my nephew's pushing him away. I said, "Okay, you done figure me out." He smelled the smell. He had something on him, man. He's that good of a dog. Kind of looks like what color was Rington Tin?
he was a he was a German Shepherd, man. Black and
Yeah,
tan. The German Shepherd.
black and tan, right? That's the color he got. He got some big ears, man. His senses are real good.
I don't know, man. I heard that when you go to heaven, all the pets you've ever owned will be there waiting. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true or not.
Uh, I don't know about that. More. I don't know. I mean, I didn't get to make it all the way into the kingdom of heaven. I was, you could say, near a platform of the kingdom of heaven, or maybe a certain location where I was told to come back, which I went back through the through the stars of the universe, back into the atmosphere, through the heavens, through the sky, through the hospital, top of the roof, from room to room. My spirit traveled like that. Uh, but I didn't go directly into heaven, but I know I was near because of the bright light that I seen and what I was told. Uh, but it wasn't my time. I got blessed to come back. I mean, as far as I know, what the doctors told me, that I was clinically dead for 20 minutes. They said there's no way in the world I should be here. You see, it's not up to them. It's about up to God. If I'm worthy. And I believe what got me back, it was my love foundation. And the love I had for my son. My son was like 2 year old, 2 years old at the time when all this happened. You know, I just got blessed. That's why I know he exists, and I talk so highly about. I got blessed. So if I got blessed to come back to Earth, all this. That's why they follow me, man. All this TDN and all this activity is not because I'm a bad person. It's because I'm a blessed person. They even hate me more because I got able to get up there and
And come back.
I got blessed to come back.
Be right back.
So that's why they target me because they can never make it into the kingdom of heaven, especially the DDN, the Nephilim, because it wasn't created by God. They were created by the Watchers. So their fate is already sealed. We know them as demons. The one third, any demonic name you want to think about, Lucifer, Satan, Lucifer, anything that's one third fallen from the heavens, They'll never make it into the kingdom of heaven. They're below us. We have the opportunity to make it into the kingdom of heaven. That's why they follow me, because they're pissed off. You say I'm blessed or a walking miracle, right? I don't want to say I'm a walking miracle, but if you're clinically dead for 20 minutes, then you're able to come back to your body in some form. It's kind of like some kind of way your body starts working again when you're clinically dead for 20 minutes. I mean, the RN told me there's no way in the world I should be alive, that I should be dead. I mean, remember Lazarus? It's not up to man; it's up to Jesus Christ. He, fu- Even though I know I was gonna struggle because I had a blood clot in my left leg, I was able to fight through that. Uh, I would drag my leg. I was dragging my leg. I could have no power in my leg, my left leg. The VA wouldn't want to give me no help, so I went to the woods and cut a little tree, and I used it as a walking stick. I had to rebuild my leg up, which that's why I tell you I'll never give up, because it's within you, the will to survive.
I
But
know
yes,
exactly what you mean, cousin. Because
the
when
the,
I
the
told
nurse
my
said they were afraid of me, man. I mean, they have fear, and they come near me. They wouldn't come near me, like close to me. They stay away from me because they knew that the nurses and doctors, they go to school, right, for all this. They wouldn't come near me. The doctor, they made me sign a piece of paper when I was all drugged up. And it was from my organs, I guess. I guess they were trying to take me out, but it's up to God. All I know is the doctor that told me I was going to be there 2 weeks. What I found out later on is that he took his life. He killed himself. He killed himself because he knew that when I came back, I believe the Heavenly Father placed me there for a reason. He's tactful that way. Even though I was going to hurt or something, but he used me as a vessel to send a message to them, that they were going to have to pay for the crimes that they've done to the other people they've taken out before. And I was just uh, placed there for a reason. But that's why I catch so much activity around me. It's not that I'm a bad person. I walk this earth with a love foundation. So all these things target me. So they come at me, trying to, come at me, showing the presence. I'm not afraid of them because, through Jesus Christ, I can do anything through Jesus Christ. It's like this. That's what place. I mean, bless me, man. I mean, I was somewhere else, and I'm here still. When you have doctors telling you, giving you a year to live, and you're still here, and then they try to take you out. They tried to take me out when I think it was during Obama's blacklist that he had against veterans. This when they tried to take me out, but I'm still here. Let's put it this way: his doctors see me at the hospital, and they tell me, "You still here?" That's what they tell me. You're still here. Like I hadn't seen him in about a year, and they tell me you still here. It's like the medicines that they're giving, they're probably giving them to harm me, but it's not up to them. It's up to Jesus Christ. That's why I don't pay mind to. I mean, to the trolls and to the people that are coming up against me spiritually, because I know God is with me, and He showed me that He loves me just by giving me an opportunity to come back to be in my son's life. That's a blessing. But you see, they try to take me out. The hospital tried to take me out. It didn't work. That's why when people say negative things about me or try to wish something bad upon me, I just laugh, man. I mean, you know, old boy that said three strikes, you say it 7 times. When you know you got Jesus Christ backing you up, the Heavenly Father backing you up, right? When somebody says something dumb, trying to wish bad to you, you just laugh about it. Especially if they try to take you out by force and you're still here, right? That's why I laugh at those people. It's like they don't know who they're dealing with a person that's been blessed to come back, because it was the doctors that tried to take me out and the nurses in the ICU room, and it didn't work. Oh no, I ran into them afterwards. They followed me around. They were following me around. Uh, I was at a restaurant eating with my son just after the hospital and everything that happened. Uh, they were following me around. There was a nurse. She said, "I know who you are." I said, "Ma'am, I don't know who you are." So yeah, I was there. So like, what do you mean, ma'am? He said, "You shouldn't be alive. You should be dead. It's your fault that he's dead." I said, "Who are you talking about?" I said, "You know what? I'm fixing to finish his enchiladas. So you telling me that I shouldn't be alive? So you telling me y'all try to take me out? That's what you telling me." I said, "I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna give you a chance. The chance you didn't give me. Once I finish this plate of enchiladas, if you're still here, then I got to do what I got to do." And I was like, "Finish your food, mijo," because my son was small. She gets up and takes off. So I ran into like three different nurses that were RNs. The last one told me that I shouldn't be here. And she told me, "There's no way you should be alive. I seen you were clinically dead for 20 minutes." And then she said the same thing, that it was my fault that somebody that it's your fault he's dead. I said, like, "Well, who are you talking about? He." I had a neighbor that had moved in like for about 2 or 3 months there beside me, and every night I was hearing bangings on my wall and rocks were being thrown at my mobile home. Then he was an ex-military guy, and then he got, I guess, his nephew and niece moved in with him. He started getting him in trouble with the office, where I lived. Then one day he was just sitting outside on his porch and he was laughing. And I said, "Hey, man, what's so funny? I thought we were cool. You trying to get me in trouble with the people over there?" Then he looked at me and he told me straight up. He said, "It's your fault. My brother is dead." I said, "I don't even know who the fuck your brother is." He said, "My brother was a doctor that was seeing you at King Daughters Hospital." I said, "Oh, so okay, now I see it. You saying that you're blaming me because he killed himself?" He said he committed suicide. He shot himself. You know, when you do something dirty to somebody, karma comes back 7 times fold. So that's exactly what happened. Is that they were doing evil. God protected me, and whatever was trying to take me out because it was using them, it went back to them. He killed himself that day. That that day when he took a running out of the room, that dude committed suicide. So how can you blame a man that blame me for his death when I was there in their care, unconscious, right? Because they tried to take me out. How can they blame me? because the doctor, when he opened the curtain, he had a big smile on his face. I guess he was thinking about the money that he was going to make from my organs. But when he opened the curtain, he seen me looking at him, and it scared the shit out of him. That he turned around and took off running out of the freaking room. Not even 2 minutes, all these nurses coming there and they're telling me to grab my shit and get the fuck out of there. Say, if you don't get out of here, we're gonna call the cops. I don't know what the fuck's going. You know, I was supposed to be at this. I was gonna be there for 2 weeks. This is the following day. Get in my truck, driving down on the highway, and I feel sweat on my face. I look through the mirror. I'm bleeding. Blood's coming out of my tear ducts, my nose, and my freaking mouth. Pull over to the side. I get real dizzy. I don't know what the hell's going on. I get a phone call from my brother-in-law's mom, and I'm mumbling. I don't understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. It's kind of like clinically dead for 20 minutes. That would explain why I couldn't respond back. It's like didn't know how to respond at the time. I guess you could say I was a walking dead, right? Then my sister calls me because her mother-in-law calls me, and I pick up and I'm talking to her, and she don't understand what the hell I'm saying, and she says, "Just come home. I'll be waiting for you." I don't even know how I made it home. I don't remember. I don't remember driving 30 something miles. I don't remember. All I know is my sister was waiting for me. I don't know how I got there. All I remember being in bed and my sister's there, and I'm seeing these things that are around me, like these dark shadow figures, and they're reaching for me, and I'm swinging, blocking they're trying to grab me. Then my sister comes running into the room and jumps on the bed and she starts praying, you know. She said that she seen them in the room. And that's why she went in there, started praying. Then me, I was like, "Babe, where's your faith?" So I started praying. As I started praying, uh, they left. I went back on a Monday. It was from Friday to a Monday. When they did my INR, I had 11.9 blood thinner in my system. They said, "There's no way you should have this much uh, blood. Your level should be high like this. There's no way they can make that mistake." That's what another hospital is telling me. So that means that they did it intentionally. They try to kill me. You know, I try to get my records from that. It was called King Daughters Hospital. They didn't listen to me. So when I left that hospital, only God knows how much blood thinner they had in my system. It was a lot more than 11.9. But they said that even at 11.9, that your organs wouldn't work properly because the blood would be too thin. So yeah, they try to kill me, but I'm still here. The Heavenly Father, man, I'm telling you.
That's messed up, man.
When there's a lot of veterans that have died because of the VA hospital, man. Look it up. Thousands and thousands and thousands, 100,000, 200,000 veterans, more than that have died because of the freaking VA. Evil motherfucking people. I know they follow me, my doctor, because they follow me at the hospital. They're like, "Man, he be talking shit about us." Yeah, no, I'm not talking shit. I'm saying the damn truth. I was at an appointment, waiting for my appointment. I see a guy walk into the restroom. He never comes out. I see like 4 or 5 janitors go into the restroom with buckets. I found out that the guy that went in there took his life in the restroom. Crazy, man. I'm just saying.
What's up, Bash?
So every time they see me in the VA, it's like a double whammy. They stay away from me because I'm a combat veteran, and they stay away from me because they try to take me out, and they know that I'm a walking miracle. That there's a higher power that has this vessel going, and they're afraid of me. They send people to follow me around at the VA when I go to the VA because they knew what they tried to do to me. The VA sent me over there, so I know they were in cahoots. The doctors told me, "How come you don't trust us?" That's what they told me at the VA. How come you don't trust us? I don't say nothing to them. Yeah, I was one time in a. I went to the emergency room at the VA, and I had an IV. They had an IV because they put some medicine through the IV. Uh, there was this nurse that come in there, and I don't know where she came from, but she was the nurse that put the IV. That nurse was trying to break the needle in my arm, and I was fighting her. I was all drugged up, and I was grabbing her hand. She was a big woman, and God gave me the strength to be able. She had using both of her hands, trying to break the needle in my arm, and she was looking at. And then my sister walked in and say, "Sis, sis." No, and my sister doesn't know that I'm over there. She's talking to the nurse, and the nurse that was trying to break the needle in my arm, she just takes off real fast. And I was like, nurse, trying to break. I couldn't explain it to her. I was drugged up, and I told her that a nurse, a big nurse, and this, they're called black widows. That's what they're hired to do. Coronavirus. That's exactly what happened to a lot of people. They died because they got taken out in the hospitals and in the nursing homes. They're probably like, we need to shut down. We need to shut up Sorensius, combat veteran. We need to shut him up. He's putting us on blast. Hey, that's what I do, man. I just speak in truth. And I never got my medical records from the King Daughter Hospital because I was in the ICU room. They never gave it to me. They didn't want to give it up to me because I was I was going to get my brothers and sisters to put a lawsuit on them for what they tried to do. And till this day, I don't know whatever happened to those records. So I know they listen to me here like, fuck, he's talking about us again. Fuck, fuck. That's what happens when you do somebody dirty. You're gonna hear it. Kind of like I remember when I first started talking about Raymondville, Texas. Latias, don't be saying that. They're gonna come after you. I mean, fuck. Remember, Primo? They're telling me not to be saying nothing about Raymondville and all this stuff. What you said? Let him tell you. He's a grown man.
He's a grown man. Let him do it. If they come, we'll handle it.
Somebody did try to come. I think I accidentally elbowed. I think I accidentally elbowed him in the face, and it knocked him
Accidentally?
up. Knocked him up. It was just a little taste, and he just looked at me, looked at his brother that he came. They were from Raymondville, and just looked at each other and just left me alone. He felt that shit. I know they send him. You know how crooked the town is.
Yeah, dude. That's why I can't live there, man. All that corruption just makes me want to just start killing government officials.
It's like I went to put a complaint on my doctor, right? So I'm like the complaint was on the fourth floor. So the elevator starts coming down and they stop on the third floor. It opens up, nobody's there. I look like this. So then it closes, goes to the second floor. It opens up, nobody's there. Go to the first floor. It opens up. There's this dude that's dressed all in black. He comes and it bumps into me. And he's standing in the elevator like he's gonna charge me because I could see the way he's standing. So I get in my stance just to see what he's gonna do, so I can defend myself. And instead of charging me, he goes to the elevator and holds it, turns back like this, and he says, "You have a good day, sir." And I say, "Yeah, you too." He gets out of the elevator, and as I get out of the elevator, this security guard comes and hits me, but he bounces off of me because I work out. He bounces off of me. I said, I ignore him. He just flew off of me like a freaking fly, and I just go out the exit and leave the hospital.
Hi,
And
Devor.
they do dirty tactics like that, man. Like they're pieces of crap because they work for the facility, so they're gonna do what they tell them to do.
Why you got timed out yesterday, John Cena? They couldn't see you, bro.
Can't see you. Couldn't see you, man. I don't see you, John Cena. I don't see you. I don't. How can we time out John Cena? We can't see him. If you're respectful, we'll let you in, John Cena. But if you be disrespectful, we ain't gonna be able to see you anymore. It was a joke yesterday, man. You say you're John Cena. I said, "Do you see a John Cena here?" No, I don't see him. Can't see me.
You must have said something that the amount timed you out for, brother. They don't time you out for nothing. But at least they didn't block you. They just timed you out.
Yeah. So that's why I said the title of "Never Give Up." No matter what you're going through, it's within you, within your will to survive.
I don't think he's known you long enough, John Cena, to make you a mod.
Oh, that's
Just
why I
can't,
turned him out now.
just can't give it to you, brother.
You can't see me because he's a troll. That's corner of the cob. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be adding any more mods. I'm good with the ones that I got here because they're loyal. They're regulars.
Yep. It put John Cena in timeout. He's been a bad little thugonomic.
But yeah, brothers and sisters, we all been. I guess everybody's been through something in life, right? But the thing
John
is
Cena's
about
right.
is it doesn't matter how many times you fall down. It's how many times you get up. That's what matters. How many times you get up to continue to survive and to live.
Excuse me. It's the people with the blue name, Bonnie, sometimes.
You've already got enough moderators.
Hi, Al
Well,
Gore.
I don't, Al Gore. I do a salute for you, man.
I'd salute you, man, but I've never been in the military, so I won't do it.
I'm doing a salute to the members.
I can't, cousin. I haven't had the pleasure of serving. I mean, I served, but it wasn't in the army. I served out here in the streets. I can give you a hola.
So long you come in here respectful, there'll be no problem. You come in here and start acting a fool, then we're gonna
You good right now, John
cancel
Cena?
you. I know what
What
you're
are you
thinking,
thinking right now?
Cyber Gabe. Corn on the cob, identified,
You,
fire on the way.
you thinking you want some lightly buttered butter? You're thinking you
That's
can't
what he's
believe it's
thinking
not
of.
butter?
Corn on the cob.
I've noticed, Rich.
Rich booting them out. Like,
Who looks like your friend Kevin, John Cena? Yeah, they don't want to do that in this house.
is he? I got you, John Cena. You can't see me. That's
he
corn
says
on the
we both.
cob, man.
He says we both look like Kevin Owens. Está pendejo.
That's corn on the cob, man. He's on that meth. It's like what 3 something in the morning, 4. It's all high and shit.
It's almost 4 o'clock.
Yeah, that's corn on the cob.
You
He
timed
came
him
in
out.
with
You timed him out. He's going parquet. The butter parquet.
what was it saying? Not butter, or what was it?
You can't believe it's not butter.
I can't believe it's not butter. Yeah, that guy.
No,
He would have
the
he
runner.
would have lasted in the military, man. He would get smoked in basic training.
No runner. It's not that she couldn't see him. She couldn't feel him.
That's messed up, man.
uh,
See or feel him.
Porque, porque.
Damn, that's messed up, man.
Did I go too far, cousin?
No, what old boy said
Well, okay.
about John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
I know who the soccer game is. Dirty Larry. Dirty Larry or Corn on the Cob.
Soccer is not a sport. It's just a
Like,
game that third world countries play for beans and rice. That's why the trophy's a cup.
that's why I kicked him out, man. He's the same guy. He's gonna be popping in with. He's probably been popping in with a lot of fake profiles all night. But the mod's been kicking out the real people, man. So it was about tonight's live feed was supposed to be. It's about never give up, and it was talking about what is fallen will never be able to make it into the kingdom of heaven. So if it's not able to make it into kingdom of heaven, what does that mean? We have the opportunity to make it into the kingdom of heaven. That means that We are greater than what's fallen. That's why we're supposed to maintain love foundation, place Jesus Christ first, and do the works. So when it's a time to cross over, we'll be able to send into the kingdom of heaven.
I've never heard of that before, Victor. I've never heard of people getting paid to be mods.
uh, Corner the Cobb identified. Fire. That's tell you, man, he comes in with so many fake profiles.
We just said no, Victor. Why are you back with the same question?
They like they like being mods to kick out Corner the Cobb. So what else can we talk about? Cause we're almost going for how long? 50 more minutes. Will be live for what, 3 hours?
Yeah.
You get a love and friendship.
It's because he is, man. He says, guy on the left looks like he's voting for Trump. You're on the left, cousin.
And he's out of here. That's Corner the Cobb, man. Let me put on. Let me trigger him. Put on my first cavalry hat on.
Well, Moses, we're just speaking spiritually. Moses, that's what the point of it all is you have to maintain a love foundation.
Somebody said about Alex been here from the. What are they talking about? Oh yeah.
No, I am Kennedy Bam Bam. Runner got you though. Runner got you.
Everybody booting them out. They're coming in like they're dropping
This,
in
this,
because it's their time. They come in off the high of the meth, or they finish their little worshiping of what they worship.
it's
So
funny, man. There's a room full of moderators, man. They're not even gonna get this wrong, man. They don't even understand that. Seems like it, Rich.
they
They want
just
to come
finished
in here
worship.
and
They just finished worshiping what they worship. That's what they're surfacing up like that right now. You see all the people that are getting booted off.
you're the best one. Why are you going, Ivy? You get rid of them quick.
Yes.
But
Thank
if
you,
you gotta go
Ivy.
to bed, bye, prima.
But you gotta get some rest. Thank you for moderating tonight. Uh, you'll be booting out all the trolls. Awesome job.
Make sure you clean your shoes before you go to bed, Ivy. They might have corn.
I'm listening in. Yeah, we might call it a night right now. We've only been on for 2 hours and 29 minutes. You want to share a story, cousin?
I'm pretty sure they've heard all my stories, cousin. I mean, I do remember my my mom telling me that when I was 3, I died and they brought me back. We were staying at Tio Joe Rodriguez's house, and they took out that swamp cooler they had in the window, and I was jumping through the window. I kept jumping through the window. The third time I went to jump through the window, it slammed shut on my neck and it killed me, man. They brought me back.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I came back as a little kid, man. That's probably why I've been seeing all the stuff I've been seeing. But there's a story right there. I
I
never
got a
said that
story for
story
y'all.
before.
It's dealing with my great great grandmother, my Lola. Uh, was she como curandera, primo? Or what was she?
She was a curandera.
Yeah, because I remember going over there and
That's
I
trespassing,
guess
brother.
my my mother said that there was something wrong with me, so she turned on that it was that sage. She was burning sage all inside the living room, nothing but smoke, and she was praying for me. She had like a leaf barriéndome with the leaf, and she's trying to figure out what was bothering me, what was around me, because my mom said that something was wrong with me, right? And she's going like this, and there was a lot of smoke burning, all the white smoke in the living room. Then you seen them, the same things that I capture on video. I seen them standing beside me. There was two of them, and they opened their mouth and closed it like that in the smoke. And she told them to leave her house. They turned around and walked out of the house.
Wow.
So been the things that I capture. They've been following me around for a long time. I just wanted to share their story. That when people say, you know, they've been following me for a very long time. And my great great grandmother told them to leave.
No, we basically have shared the same experiences, cousin. Basically, almost the same. The other side of the coin.
So I've been, when I was with a curandera in Mexico, I noticed them with our great great grandmother, Malola. She would always sitting down and she would start crying, saying it's almost her time. She would always say it's almost my time to leave. But man, she lived for how old was she when she passed away? 90
Yeah, I
something.
think. No, she was over 100 years old, man.
She was like over 100 years old. My great great grandmother.
I'm not sure if it was 105 or 110, man. I don't remember, but I know she was over 100, man. She was so brittle she couldn't walk anymore, man. She just laid in bed. But I remember her, man. I remember her when I was little. I don't have very many memories of her, but I remember her. The one that I don't remember at all is my grandmother, my mom's mom, because
Yeah,
she died really young.
yeah, I don't remember her either. Uh, but yeah, I seen the DD, what I call the DDN, right there beside me. And I was just a kid at that time. I was like, it's when I came back from Mexico, from Reynosa. My mom said there was something wrong with me, and just when she seen them, they were big, standing right beside me, and they opened up the jaws and closed it through the smoke, but they
Well,
were in spirit form. It was the sage that broke their cloak, their invisibility. And she seen them. She had candles lit up and everything, and she told them to leave her house. Took authority over them, and they obeyed. They walked out of the house.
yes, Murphy, my stepmom is 81 years old, man. And I'm still blessed to have her because I was lucky in life. I had two sets of parents. I had my dad and my stepmom, and my mom and my stepdad. Out of both sets, I just have my stepmom left.
Reach X Murphy. If I make it at 60, I want you to take me out. So we have a lot of spiritual wisdom and knowledge. Each God, because he went almost the same route, but a different route. What I've seen and I witnessed. who had the ability to see things within the balance, people that are good and people that are evil. I've always been able to see that, and that's why I want to bring the spiritual aspect. That's why I created this group, Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. If anybody's going through something that they don't understand, I just want you to know that I understand about the balance. I'm here for y'all, whoever needs help.
I think I need to like go to a hypnotist or something, cousin, to go under hypnosis to try to remember that missing year of my life that I can't remember, man. I remember everything except that time that he took me. He came and took me with him. He came and brought me back, but I don't remember what happened when I was living with him for that whole year. I wonder if I go under hypnosis if I'll be able to remember, and do I want to remember is the real question, man. What if something messed up really happened to me, man?
Yeah, when I was in Mexico with curandera, I remember we used to go to the market. The market in Mexico to buy like vegetables and beans, so because I like frijoles fritos. When we go to the market, all the people, like women and men, will run away from her when she'd be walking. She had a patch in her eye, and she was dressed in white and had like bullets, like the Pancho Villa ones.
Yeah.
She was old. She was already up there, like in her 90s when I was a kid.
Well, she could have rode with Pancho Villa if she was that old.
Yeah, yeah, she was. She had a bullet in her hip, and she was missing an eye because she was a curandera when they were fighting. She was in the times of Pancho Villa, and she said, "You see all these people running away from her." She looked at me. She said to me, how come they're running away from me?" And she looked at me, and I just grabbed her from the leg like this because she's wearing the long dress, the Mexican dress is a white one, and she went like this on me, and she's like, "Are you afraid of me?" And I went like that, and then and in Spanish she says, "Me tienes miedo?" And I said, "Love you." That's what I said, "Love you." And then she lifted up her eye patch, and she had no eye. And she said, "Are you afraid of me now?" And I went like that, "Love you." Put it down, walked away. We got what we were gonna buy from the little market. We went back to her the little hut. Uh, but I know why they ran away. It was the demons that were in them. That she had the ability to cast out demons out of people because that happens to me all the time. Where people see me, and it's the people, it's the people that have the demons that are bonding them or possessing them. They run away. They take the vessel with them because I can rebuke them out of them. It's to set the people free. And
Mhm.
that's what I bring to the table is you know all my life I've been fighting. Trust me when I say this. Witches and warlocks have been coming after me ever since I was a kid. Even before I went to Reynosa when, with the curandera, they were already targeting me. They're coming after me, trying to kill me when I was a newborn. So all my life I've been fighting spiritually, and I'm still here. So that's why I know about the balance, and I know about wicked people, how they try to infiltrate the Bible through Scripture, trying to use it to their advantage to really cover up what they're really about. Cult-like mentality and cult-like activity. Just pay attention to what they say. If you see what they say, I'm telling you, Jesus Christ is about love and forgiveness. That's all I gotta say.
Hey Smurfy, you're not immortal, man. Just because you smoke weed doesn't make you immortal. Doesn't make you immortal. You just feel that way.
That's messed up. Uh, oh yeah, all the time. I fight spiritually when I'm awake and when I'm asleep. How you doing, Robert Longoria? He's from Phoenix, Arizona.
Hey
Uh,
Smurfy, since you're immortal, it's almost 4 o'clock in the morning, man. You want to go outside in your yard and whistle?
Lechuzas, Lechuzas. It's already past 3 already. Oh yeah, ya se pasó las lechuzas.
Now it's nothing but shadow figures out there.
Yeah,
Go out there and whistle, Smurfy. You're immortal. Take a big puff of your immortal. I'm freaking out because I'm sitting by an open window. I can see outside, and I don't like it.
I used to be in the field at nighttime doing maneuvers, being out in the open field where there's not just the things of the spirit, but animals like cougars, mountain lions, wildcats. Did they go on the hunt at nighttime? Coyotes.
You know what I saw today, cousin? I almost hit during the day.
What was that?
I was going downhill, and this damn deer came out of nowhere, man. I almost hit it with my truck, man.
Oh
It
wow!
it jumped right over the front of my truck.
How big was it?
It was almost as tall as my truck, man. It was a female. Didn't have no horns, no rack.
Robert Loretta says he misses Texas.
Well,
He lives in Phoenix, Arizona. So if he lives in Phoenix, Arizona, he probably seen shapeshifter skinwalkers over there. A lot of
Fort
activity.
Worth is the home to the Texas Shogun. Hey, Smurfy, I got disrespected by a rabbit in South Texas, brother. It ran up to me, looked me up and down, and turned around and just walked away. It didn't even run. It turned back and looked at me like what the heck, and just kept walking off, man. I felt like such a punk, man. The damn rabbit just disrespected me, man.
You see a Garza. Is Robert Longoria talking about Juan Garza?
I don't know what Garza he's talking about or who he's talking about.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what like he looked me like that, like you ain't shit. Damn Raymondville country rabbit. Hot and humid, Rich. Oh no, he wasn't challenging me, Bash. He was disrespecting me, man. I was waiting for him to lift a leg and piss on my leg, man. That's how disrespected I felt.
It's a valley rabbit.
It's a valley rabbit, man. One of those jackrabbits, primo, the ones that live out in the country.
Yeah, the gray ones.
Yep.
They're pretty fast, man. I used to run into them in East Texas, up in I mean, in Lubbock. Is it West Texas? Yeah, I'm seeing. Yeah, West Texas. I used to run into them all the time in the fields in the cotton. Little baby vultures, the big eggs of the baby vultures, and jackrabbits, diamondback rattlesnakes, yeah, all kinds of stuff. Water moccasin or cottonmouth.
There's damn katanas in the irrigation system.
Alex says there's a giant ass jackrabbits up to your chest up in Uvalde, Texas. Damn.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to mess with that rabbit. If that
There's
little rabbit disrespected me,
a lot of deer over there going by Uvalde, going towards Crystal City. A lot of javelinas, but a lot of deer.
where's he from, Robert? If your grandpa's name is Rocky Asa, where's he from?
Rocky Garza. I don't know. Rocky
I only know one guy, and that's my friend Juan.
or Tias Garza.
Yeah, no, I
Or
don't know everybody from Victoria.
Victoria, Texas. Fluffy Budgies is a litter box too. LOL. But uh, wild. My uncles used to work in the tractors, like cultivating the fields, and sometimes the discs they would run into javelinas and stuff like that. And they would bring the dead javelina to our house to see if my dad
We
wanted to cook it and stuff.
we fight spiritually by Luis.
What do you say?
If we were gonna fight,
The who?
if we were gonna fight, I was gonna ask him if he wanted to fight, and if he said yeah, I was gonna tell him to stick his head up his ass and fight for air.
Uh, I mean, what's the name? Can pretend to be a rabbit, corn the cob, but you got to give him a corn.
No, but then he'd want a big carrot. Who's Savage Rash?
Gets his banana. So, what part, Rick Sykes in South Texas? I'm from Raymondville, Texas. Well, that's where I grew up. Small town, Raymondville, Texas. Where you from in the
Uh,
in the Rio Grande
yeah,
Valley? Got cousins all over the valley.
yeah, man. They might improve his eyesight, but that's not where he's gonna be eating them from.
West of Houston, Texas. Well, the valley's further down. Where we come from, the Rio Grande Valley. How far is Houston from the valley?
Houston should be 4 hours because it's 8 hours from Fort Worth and it's 4 hours from Fort Worth to Houston. So yeah, it's about 8 hours. 4 hours from Houston. You said
That's
that already,
cool.
Robert Longoria. Who looks familiar? Don't you live close to San Antonio, cousin?
Mm.
Or is that Austin?
I live. Think I'm like two hours away from San Antonio.
Yeah, you live closer to San Antonio.
I have like an hour to Austin. Like an hour to Austin.
Who, me? I look familiar. I just have that kind of face, bro.
I live El Paso como hola. The hell?
You live in El Paso? What's up in El Chuco, Holmes?
I've been to El Paso. I got a homegirl from El Paso.
I
Called her.
got family on my
She calls
stepmom's side
herself
that live in El
El
Chuco.
Chile Picante. Es Maria.
Yeah, I got cousins that live in El Chuco, man.
Cypress. No.
I don't think I know any Joe Garcias, man. I got a brother named Joe, but I don't know Joe Garcia.
Uh, I know Mark Garcia, but he passed away too. The
Yeah, you're
weapon.
funny, man. You're funny. I don't have toes, man. I have a missing toe. It might be in your in your argument. No mames, güey.
I don't know, man. I heard Arizona's hot as hell,
That's what I heard.
and Mexico, well, almost hot as hell
Uh,
too. It's close to the equator, man.
I'm
The
not sure
Rio
if I
Grande
know any
Valley is
Longorias,
close to
bro.
the equator. We grew up in the hot environment. New Mexico was a shithole. Damn, wasn't in New Mexico where it was flooding and the water was taking mobile homes and everything like a
Something
week
like that.
ago? Then I think Arizona had those fires. It's like it was at fires one day, and the next thing you know, there's a flood, and the water's taking everything. Arizona.
Yeah, man, but you don't really want to be in South Texas in the summer because it's hot and humid and your sweat sticks to you because the port is close to the town. You'd be miserable.
The desert is beautiful, but it's depressing out there. Oh man, I've been in the desert here compared to the desert out there in near the Kuwait and Iraqi border. Now that's hot, bro. 120s in the 120s over there. There's like a 126, 126. You have to
Wow,
drink a lot of water. If you drink a lot of water, you'll dehydrate.
wow.
Yeah, real hot. And at nighttime, it's cold as fuck. I mean, excuse my language. It's cold as hell. Uh, you have to wear weather cold weather gear because it's not this. It's cold as hell at night. It goes from hot to cold, hot to cold. He knows, brother or father child. He knows the deal. You're walking like this. You're thinking that the turbine is hitting you, but it's no, it's the weather. The water that they'll give us over there was called the Medina water. It's crazy. They're giving us. It's called Medina water. Then we have to fight the Medina Republican Guard. It's like,
Hey man, I remember when my brother and my sister-in-law went to pick me up in Raymondville. They stayed at a hotel, right? Well, she was smart enough to drink the coffee they made, but they made it with Raymondville water.
oh shit.
Exactly. She didn't even make it out to the checkpoint before she had to stop. And she asked the damn immigration dude there if she could use the porta potty. So she went to the porta potty, man, and then we crossed the checkpoint, and we had to stop at the first rest area. We had to keep stopping at every rest area, man. She got Raymondville's revenge. I told her too. I hope you're not drinking that coffee. She goes, you know, I gotta drink coffee. I go, all right. It's made with Raymondville water. You don't drink that.
Yeah, I've been to Houston. I've been to the see the Houston Texans play one year. I just went down the center. I think I went to pick up somebody over there one time also, but really not familiar to all the surrounding areas of Houston. I went to Galveston. I think we passed through Houston to get to Galveston, but the Galveston Wall, where all those people died back in the early 1900s, I think. I can remember when they didn't have those walls that the ocean rose and took a lot of people.
Excuse me. Hmm.
I've been through Houston to go to the casinos, to the side of Houston to go to the casinos that are over there in Oklahoma. No, not Oklahoma. I think we traveled through there to go to Camp Shelby when I was in the military. But not
Yeah,
really that I will go over there and visit anybody or knew anybody from Houston area.
I used to go through Houston, man, to get the Bastrap because that's where Mario lives.
I live in Central Texas. You know, familiar with Killeen, Fort Hood, Texas. Now they call it Fort Cavazos. But I was in Fort Hood for the longest, Fort Hood area.
Sometimes I feel like going to Oklahoma and telling them I'm part of the tribe that I need some of the winnings for the casino.
Well, let's say where there's casinos in Oklahoma, they have a lot of shapeshifters skinwalker where they say they spot dogmen and or Bigfoots, but they're shapeshifter skinwalkers.
The man bet?
The man bat, yeah. I wanted something like that, man. But I think it was like a demon. It was real tall, man. I witnessed it on Fort Hood when I was pulling. I was doing staff duty. He passed over me like right low to the ground. It was huge, man. It was big, and I said, "Man, is that a fruit bat?" I said, "No, that's too big to be a freaking fruit bat." But I had an encounter where he just didn't pass over me. He freaking followed me to my room. Yeah, that's huge. It was pretty big, man. The ones that I experienced, that it looked different, man, and this freaked me out. I think it was more like like a gargoyle. But when I seen it flying in the air, I was moving from my other home. I was gonna move to over here, and I seen something in the sky flying. It was real big, and it was making a grunt sound. It was like, "Rr, rr, rr," and I'm looking. I was like, "What the hell is that?" It looks like a flying gorilla, because his body looked like a gorilla, and he had big wings. And then when I look to the left, I see two other ones flying because he was calling them. So they start circling around me in the air. And I'm waiting for my wife to come outside so I can say, "Hey, what the hell is that?" And they look big from a distance. Uh, as I started praying to our Father, because to me they look like gargoyles or demonic, but their bodies were like gorillas. And I started praying. When my wife came out, they had already flown away, so she just got to see them from a distance, but they still look pretty big in the sky. Uh, then I prayed for the neighbors because they were barely going to have their children. It was on Easter Sunday. They had twins. Well, as we moved from there, we found out my wife, because she ran into our neighbors, that one of her twins had died, and then the other one was real sick. I believe they were there, demonic forces doing their dirty work, but they were huge. I wish I could have been able to record or anything, but if you would have seen how big they were, you probably would have not want to try to record because they were just circling around. I just didn't know they were going to come down and try to attack me. But they were pretty big.
I don't know, Smurfy. That's my DJ name, man. They call me DJ Air Biscuit.
Yeah, and bats, or some people might call them the Nosferatu. Yeah, but I think the dark one that you're talking about, pure fish, is like just pure dark. It was in my room, and he was standing in the edge of my bed when I used to live in the billets in the army on Fort Hood. But those strange events that were happening before that, at nighttime, like around like around 3 in the morning, I could hear like little kids running up the stairs. I was on the third floor, and they'll come, bah, 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 bang on my door, and you could hear them laughing in the best of you, because we have a door, closed doors, a closed quarters, and it's two rooms on one side and two rooms on the other side. So I hear the little kids laughing, and their little voices were echoing inside the best of you. And I opened the door, but there was nobody there. I'm like, what the fuck? So I closed it. I said, "Ah." Next, you hear they're running, bah, 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 banging on my door. They'll bang three times, real loud. And I opened the door, and there's nobody there. It's like, man, I was like, who's letting the kids running around at 3 in the freaking morning, bothering people and shit? So it happened for about a whole week like this, right? Then one evening, I was spit shining my boots by the window, and I heard him laughing from across the room across me to the quad. You know, it's like a. So I said, okay, I know where they're at now. So I went all the way around, went up to the third floor, and I was banging on the door. Boom, 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 boom. I was pissed off. I said, man, I'm going to tell this lady she needs to start taking care of her kids. I was banging on the door. Boom, boom. And the door next to the door I'm banging, they open up the door. I say, hey man, what are you doing? I said, this guy or this whatever she has in there, then them kids gonna keep on messing with me, banging on my door over there. And he's like, hey man, nobody's there. That's an empty room. So I stay with a question mark in my head, and I walk all the way upstairs. Like, what the hell, you know? So I go lay down, and as I'm fixing to go to sleep, you know how you start dozing off. That's when I seen it. It was right in front of my freaking uh bunk of my bed. You know, it was like a twin bed right in front of it. He was looking at me, and it was like this, and you could see the wings, but like he didn't spread them, but it was like this, and you could see the face. It looked freaked out, man, like a freaking bat like the nose like a bat, and he was standing there. And when I woke up, I went into prayer, but when I went into prayer, disappeared. But it was freaking big. It was like a boy said, like midnight black,
Wow.
which I believe it was demonic. You know, but yeah. For a whole week, they were tormenting me, banging on my door, like all throughout the night. That like it's like they wouldn't let me rest. Boom, 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 boom. You could hear them laughing. It sounded like a little boy and a little girl. This when I was in the army, living in the billets. Demonic for sure. But I did see this other one, a bat that was all brown. But that one did look like a fruit bat. But the fruit bats are pretty big, man. But this other one that was in the room, I don't think it was. His nose looked like a bat, but the body was. I don't think it was a bat. I think it was more like a demon, gargoyle, or demon. Oh, you were hearing banging on the roof too. Oh yeah, no, this is definitely like what I seen in my room was huge. You know, I would say like possibly like 7 foot tall. It was big, man. But I was in a what was it doing there? I don't know. But I know it tormented me for about a week like that. I guess that's what it was. That I thought it was kids, and by believing it was kids, well then it actually was a demon in disguise pretending to be a kid. So if I give it the belief factor that it was kids, then that was the opening they used to go into my room. If that makes sense to you.
You wrong, Smurfy. Nice, Miranda.
Yeah, Amen. I did witness a dark figure when I was changing the spark plugs on my friend's Monte Carlo. There in Col- in between Colleen and Nolanville. This one had horns on his head. He had four horns on his head. He'd open up his wings. The wings were it was real tall. This one had to be at least 15 foot tall or higher. He'd open up his wings. They were real wide. He just went straight up in the air, and he had a massive body. It's like the way it looked. No, it looked like it was old, like prehistoric, like from another time frame, another time era. But he was a demon. He had four horns on his forehead,
Wow.
and he was massive. He was looking at me from the tree line, but then he just opened up his wings. He was still looking at me, and he just went up in the air, like like it was moving with. It wasn't even flapping wings or nothing. It was just like he had a supernatural powers, I guess. Where
Just
he
levitated.
just levitated when flying in the air. I was trying to take a
Wow.
picture of it, but it moved real. It wasn't moving fast, but it went higher and higher and higher, and just faded out. Yeah, like gliding. He had four horns, four horns on his forehead. It was big, man. But I just went into prayer when I seen it. It is during the day. It showed itself to me during the day when he was flying in the sky. The sun was out. It was dark. It was like pitch black. Like dark. But I was able to see the horns. The horns that were coming out of his head were not white. They more looked like a grayish color, but you could still see the horns. Like it seemed like he was wearing a crown of some sort, right? But a crown of horns on his freaking forehead, like a crown of four horns. Rick says, "I stick with spirits, no demons or cryptids."
Sometimes you
Well,
don't
that's what
have
they
a
are,
choice.
brother. They're
Sometimes you don't have a choice,
disembodied
bro.
form, spirit form. That's what that is. But that one was that demon or whatever it was there because that's where my friend lives. So she would tell me that she would always feel a presence of something there. So I did a show reel like a couple of weeks ago. From that, you can see there's a road, and I went back through using the services of the satellites. I went back like years of when she told me that she would feel a presence there. I went to the location of where she used to live, and I captured an image of something there. It's very tall, man. You seen it, Primo, right?
Yeah, you seen
How
it.
big did how big did that look?
Uh, it was at
Pretty
least,
big, right?
yeah, it was pretty big, about the size of the object that it was inside of.
Here we go. We got corner of a cop identified. Fire on the way. I'm thinking he's saying that the people that believe in Bigfoots are gay, like Bigfoot. That's what he's saying, I guess. I don't know. I'm putting him out.
I don't know, man. They say that Bigfoot likes to take that shame cave.
I think it's just an excuse that those guys they're like the movie Brokeback Mountain,
They don't know how to quit him.
and then they use the we know Bigfoot ain't real, so they use Bigfoot as an excuse. Oh, Bigfoot raped me. They're in the hospital getting stitches and shit, saying that Bigfoot did something to them, but they were having a Brokeback Mountain moment.
They keep telling them that's why they chase him all over the place because they don't know how to quit him. They come back for seconds and thirds.
They're like, Bigfoot, I'm playing hide and go seek. I'm waiting for you over here. And it's old boy's buddy pretending to be Bigfoot. He's pretending to be Bigfoot. Mm-hmm. Because we know the Bigfoot doesn't exist. It's not here in the flesh. It's demonic. So if it's demonic, it's in spirit form. He ain't gonna be able to do nothing to the guy. So whatever's tagging him, it's got to be his buddy. Brokeback
Well,
Mountain moment.
it's pretending to be Bigfoot, but it's really RuPaul.
That's what. That's why. That's what they can find P Diddy. He's probably the Bigfoot out there tearing up dudes and stuff. Can we go out call him Diddy Squatch?
Did he squat?
Anyway, hey, my name's Abe Science. I'm here to the cryptid community world. I found me a new species out there. It's called the Diddy Squatch.
How do you
You
know it's a
better,
Diddy squash? Because
you
he
better not,
dances before he
you
rapes
better
you.
not close your eyes, and you better not bend over because the Diddy Squatch will get you. You know what I mean? Hey, don't you have a song? What song would you give it for the P Diddy Squatch? Cause
The song from the 80s called Don't Turn Around. Uh-oh.
how's it go?
Huh?
How about abracadabra?
No,
I'm
there's another
gonna
one.
reach out and grab ya.
There's another one. It's called Turn Around Bright Eyes.
Exactly, Rainbow Skittles. Don't drop the soap.
No, it's just a little anal probe.
You heard the story of the guy that said that Bigfoot raped him, right?
Yes, Bash.
You heard it, cousin?
Huh?
The story of a guy said that the Bigfoot raped him.
Yeah.
He's gonna reach out and grab it. Oh man.
Both. Bye.
There's another fool right here saying English or Spanish. What the hell?
Yep.
They booted him out.
Yeah, there's another song they'll be singing, man. Right before he gets him, he'll be singing, Love Stinks. Yeah, yeah.
I think just an excuse for them to have the Brokeback Mountain moment.
That's messed up. That's all right, man. The birds will eat it.
That's according to Cap.
Yeah.
Man, they're pissed off because everything they try to do, the mods are just putting them out. But shit, we've been going on for 3 hours and 20 minutes because, but if people are commenting, Smurfy, Bigfoot raped me. Well, what we were doing right before that, LOL.
He was doing that John Wayne thing and reaching for the ground, Pilgrim.
I mean,
You making that guy famous, cousin.
what was that?
You making corn on the cob famous.
So everybody makes jokes of him, man. He's enough for his fuck. And the guy will be like, "Hey, Billy Bob, I'm scared. I heard Bigfoot. I'm over here on all fours. I'm terrified." You're like, "I'm afraid he's gonna do something to me, Billy Bob." Fucking maricones. Pimpidilini.
Good night, our father's child. Have a blessed night or morning. Like we said in the 80s, Adidas.
Said really shoe size is a 17. I'll let you go. Looking for love in all the wrong place.
Wow.
Good night, brother, our father child. But anyways, thank you for all the likes, everybody. I think we might call it a night. You tired, cousin?
Yeah, I could sleep.
Yeah. Thank y'all for tuning in. We talked a little bit about everything. We're joking around towards the end. I just want to say thank you to all the viewers. Like I always say, I always maintain the Love Foundation. Uh, don't be afraid of no matter whatever manifests, whatever. Maintain your Love Foundation, and you can overcome it through Jesus Christ. You got any final words, cousin?
May everybody have a blessed night. Stay prayed up and don't give in to the fear that only feeds them. May the Lord bless all of you. Good night.
And thank you, moderators, for doing an
You guys
excellent
did a
job
banger
tonight.
job.
Thank you, y'all. Y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. God bless every single one of y'all and your families.
Peace.
Peace out,
Bye,
everybody.
cousin.
Later, cuz.